Hello. Welcome to Paul's Beer Reviews. As you can see, I'm joined by Chris on Chris's Beer Reviews. Not that way, he's that way. I always get them mixed up when I'm doing them in mirrors. He's over there. We've got Chris from Chris's Beer Reviews. It's the first time we've had Chris on a stream, I believe. So welcome along, dude. We've been meaning to do this for a while, haven't we? Really? So
we've been talking about it for a bloody long time, haven't we? Really, but
yeah.
This happened. We're here now. That's what counts, isn't it?
Exactly. So we're here. We're going to be doing a couple of beer reviews. Mad Squirrel, our local brewery to us both. We're both fans. We've conferred over Mad Squirrel for a while, and we thought it'd be a sensible idea to do a joint beer review. They've got a couple of new beers out. We're going to crack into both of them, see what we think, and have a chat with you guys. We've got 14 people in the pub already. Let's see who is in. Chris is here. He says, Paul and Chris, hope you're good. I'll be in here later if you're still on watching the football. Hope you're both well. Big up Schlager. Big up Paul. Big up Chris. Big up Steak and Chips. Oh, Steak and Chips.
Steak and Chips.
That can't be bad. What do you have, Chris? You just had your dinner, haven't
you? Yeah, I did chicken fajitas.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I love a bit of Mexican cuisine. Bit of class.
Yeah, the kids love it as well. It's one of the few dinners that my children will actually eat. So we have it at least twice a week.
That's the thing. When you find a winning formula, you just got to keep going with it, haven't you? It's don't rock the boat. He's on Vorsteiner and Kronbacher tonight. Wow, it's a couple of good lagers there, mate. Goodness me. Thomas is in. Hello, everyone. How you doing, Thomas? Hope you're well, buddy. Kevin W's in, says time to pull off pull the top off a tin of Black Sheep Ale. Why not? I do like a Black Sheep beer every now and then. I don't know about you, Chris. I still think they're decent.
Yeah, they are decent, and it is literally every now and then that I'll have one. But every time I do have one, I do enjoy it.
Yeah, I had their Blitzen on cask over Christmas in what pub was it now? I've got which pub it was. Middle of St Albans. Weekend before Christmas, we went for a booze up, and they had it on cask in there. The Blitzen. It was tasty, fantastic, really good festive ale. Proper nice it was. Icon Canadian's in. Hello, sir. How we doing? He's just finished watching the Sapporo review. Oh, thank you, dude. I'm here with 9 minutes to go for the Squirrel review. Top man. Thank you for joining us. He's our
Sapporo from the local offie by any chance?
I did. Yeah.
I picked up a can yesterday as well to review.
Oh, how random is that? It's one of them beers that I've seen on the shelves at Tesco's like over the years.
I know.
I'll grab it one day and didn't. And it's a beast. It's a beast, isn't it? Yeah. I picked it up yesterday and I thought, you know what, I fancy a lager. So I reviewed it last night and I thought it was all right. I quite enjoyed it. It's quite a decent lager.
It's a big 650ml can as well, and you don't see 650ml cans very often, do you? So I picked it up as well. That's weird that I picked it up at exactly the same day as you did from the same place.
That is random. Same shop, yeah. Me and Chris have been shopping. We went shopping in the same shop yesterday. Totally random, but it worked out quite nicely. CGR is in. Eggs. How you doing, mate? Hope you're well. Jim says, hey, Jim. How you doing, man? Yeah, the Sapporo review was very good. Personally, I prefer Asahi. Yeah, it is very dry, isn't it, Asahi, as well? I've never been a fan of that stuff particularly, but it's all right.
Yeah, I don't mind Asahi. A friend of mine loves it. I don't mind it. It's brewed with rice, isn't it, Asahi?
It is, I do believe so, yeah. I know John's a big fan of it. He's always bloody drinking the stuff, but yeah, for me, it's don't really cut the mustard for me, but it's all right. Joel, what do you think about the Brewdog situation? Just a bit of a mess, isn't it, really?
They were in the paper. I picked up a newspaper yesterday. I haven't picked up a newspaper for a long, long time, but there was an article on the front that caught my eye that my wife's a midwife and it was to do with that type of thing. So I picked it up and brought the paper home. About 6 pages in, there was another article about Brewdog, about their planting trees in this. They're planting something like 1.5 million trees in this amazing area in Scotland. Yeah, they've been out shooting all the animals that are grazing on that land to plant the trees. So they're back in the shit again.
they can't win at the moment. I mean, as I say, from what I've heard, they haven't actually started planting the trees yet. So it's how long have they been saying they're going to do it?
Exactly.
It just seems a little bit full of it at the moment, Brewdog. But
they're too busy culling animals to plant the trees.
Apparently so. But my opinion hasn't changed. I mean, at the end of the day, I just don't think their beer is very good anymore. So I don't.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah, it is really. Whatever's going on behind closed doors there, that's up to them. If they want to ruin their careers and potentially their business, that's up to them. But at the end of the day, if the beer's not good, I'm not going to drink it. So simple as that.
I agree.
Alex is in. One is pleasantly inebriated already.
Good lad.
Good man, Alex. What have you been drinking? What have you been drinking?
Pleasantly inebriated. That's lovely.
I like that. It's a lovely way of saying it rather than just saying, I am wankered.
Yeah.
Straight in. Captain Meat's in. How you doing, Captain Meat?
Evening, Captain.
Kevin Parton's in. Good evening, lads. How you doing, Kev? Crumbly's in. Hello, Tom.
Evening, Tom.
Hello, you squirrely sausages. Hello, Paul and Chris. Hello, Jim. How you doing? Oh, we've got Captain Meat, Sexy Biking, Mark Jones. Even you fine people. How the devil is this? Chilby's in. Hello, Chilby. Quick hello. Catch you at the weekend. Jim saying hello to Tom. Captain Meat's got a 5 litre mini keg. Oh, nice. Unabandoned. Very nice. Luke's in. Happy birthday, Luke. First thing, happy birthday, mate.
Happy birthday.
He's. I think he said he was 32 today.
I've just got to answer this phone call, Paul. It's my wife. She should have been home hours ago. Hello.
Alex is it just me? Does red wine hit different than other booze? Absolutely, Alex.
All right, see you later. Bye.
Absolutely, mate. I'm totally with you on that. I can't handle red wine. 2 glasses of red wine, and I just want to go to sleep.
I don't mind the red wine, to be fair. I can't. I agree. A couple of glasses and I'm asleep. But I do enjoy a good red wine. But I haven't had a good red wine for a while. But probably because I haven't bought any for a while. But yeah, I like a good red wine.
Yeah, I wouldn't know a good red wine if it slapped me in the head, to be honest with you. But I've had a few put in front of me, and I thought, yeah, I'll do. It's got alcohol in it. I'll drink it. But two big glasses of that, I'm all over the shop. Doesn't work. Mark Jones of fish and chips and minted mushy peas.
Minted.
I've never been a mushy peas fan with fish and chips.
No, I don't mind mushy peas, but I don't know if I could have minted mushy peas with fish.
Minted peas, yeah. Mint and fish. That seems like a bit of an odd combination for me.
If you enjoy it, Mark, crack on.
Crack on, mate. Speaking of cracking on, I need a beer.
Yeah, indeed. We do. I know I've had one or two already, but
we got a choice. So what we're going to do, we've got 2 beers. We have got. Get them out of the refrigerator. So we've got a New England Pale Ale, simply called Talus More. So a Talus New England Pale Ale coming in at 5.2%. There is the. I quite like that one.
Yeah, it's good artwork on that one.
I like that one. They're kind of mad. The imagination, Mad Squirrel. They had that format. They have that layout every time, but they change the background every single time. And
it just works every single time for me.
Yeah, you kind of think they're going to run out of ideas eventually. But so there's a Talus New England Pale Ale, and the other one is a Peanut Milk Stout. This is the latest from their Della range, which they reserved for their stout, and it's simply called Della Peanut. There's a Peanut Milk Stout coming in at 4.5 again. Nice blue. There's the artwork. So what we're going to do, we can't decide. We've been chatting about this off air, and we could decide which one to go with first. So we're going to leave it with you guys. So what are we saying? Milk Stout or the New England Pale Ale? What's everyone saying? If you can vote now, you make the choice for us. We're in this
because we need a beer.
I'm parched. We need a beer. So yeah.
It's a difficult one, isn't it? With stouts and a New England IPA. Which one you do first, isn't it? Or would you finish on a stout at the end of the night after you've been drinking like pale ales or New England IPAs? Personally, I wouldn't put a stout on top of all of that, but I don't know.
So this doesn't help either. We've got the votes, 2 first votes that are coming. One says stout, one says pale. No one's gone for no one's gone for a pale. No one's gone for the pale. Right, so the votes are coming in. Everyone's heading towards the pale now. So we'll go for the Talus first.
Let's go for the Talus.
Go for the Talus. So Talus more, 5.2%, new release. Let's get this bad boy into a glass.
There's been a few breweries recently that have been releasing Talus hopped beers. I don't know if it's a bit of a fashion at the minute for breweries to release Talus hops, but I've noticed
it's meant to be a slightly sort of lighter version of Sabro, isn't it? So it's tropical, but it hasn't got as much sort of the coconut and mandarin and things like that you get on it. So, but I mean, there she is, quite proper pale, isn't it? Really pale.
Yeah, it's quite lemony looking, mine.
Yeah,
I mean,
nice and hazy.
The problem with things like ring lights and the lights in the rooms is, to us it's one colour, but to people watching it looks a different colour.
Yeah,
that's very lemon-like, but it doesn't look on the screen. It looks a bit murky on the screen and a bit almost dirty looking.
It does. It looks proper dark, doesn't it, on the camera? But yeah, it looks like a lemon drop from where I'm looking. Crazy carbonation. That's carbonated as hell, but it's hanging on to a solid one finger, slightly creamy looking white head on it.
Yeah, see, mine's just about holding half a finger head. Just about. Smells good.
It smells lovely, actually. I can get that. I can get that kind of lower, that sort of toned down Sabro.
Yeah, it's not an aggressive. It's not an aggressive aroma, is it? It's gentle aromas.
It smells lovely. I'm going to be honest. That's
good.
That's a really inviting aroma. It is tropical. Tiny bit of citrus there. It smells like a little, like a touch of vanilla. Like, I think you can kind of get the feeling this is going to have a bit of body to it.
What was the ABV at 5.2? Yeah, I think it will have some body to it. I do pick up pine. Tropical and pine I pick up. Yeah.
Have you got the same batch as me? Is yours?
Well, we bought it from the same shop, so you probably lifted yours off the top of mine, because I think I was there about 2 hours before you.
It's 22nd of September. Is that what you got?
Yeah.
Same batch. There we go. Same batch.
Yeah.
So there shouldn't be any mixing up here. Right, I'm going to get stuck in, mate, because I'm gasping.
Let's do it. Cheers. Thanks for having me on. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's tidy. Oh,
I really like that. Goodness me.
That's very, very good.
See, I wasn't really sure what to expect from this one. Like you said, Talus is one of them hops that seems to be popping up all over the place.
Yeah, it does. Oh,
it's tropical. It's citrusy. There's a bit of bitterness to it as well.
Yeah, it's very, very rind citrus, like citrus rind. That's good.
Lovely body to it. Nice body to it.
And grapefruit. Definitely got a bit of grapefruit to it for me. You know what? But if you have a grapefruit for breakfast, which I haven't done for years, but it's like eating a bitter grapefruit for breakfast that just sets your mouth alight at that time of morning if you're having a grapefruit for breakfast.
Yeah,
I like that.
That's really awoken my palate. It's tropical. It's citrusy. There is grapefruit there. There's a bit of pineapple. There's a bit of orange.
Yeah, it's also got a bit of a floralness as well. I agree with the orange and the citrus and everything else you've just said, but in the background, sitting on that bitterness is like a floral bitterness as well.
What you said about that pininess. There is just a sort of like a little prickly bit of pininess that you get from almost like an old school IPA, or nowadays more of a West Coast IPA. It's a New England Pale Ale.
That's very good.
That is massively drinkable, isn't it?
It is. That's really, really good. I would go back and buy more of that.
I'm definitely I didn't think it was going to be that good.
I
wasn't sure about it, but that's lovely. That is lovely.
It feels fresh as well. It does feel fresh. Good. I think the body, I think, is okay. I think body wise, I was expecting it to be maybe a little bit creamier, but I don't think it is. But it's bloody good.
Yeah.
That's seriously enjoyable.
I've got no complaints with that whatsoever. That is, that's a winner for me. If I was to score that, I mean, straight away, all I want now, I wish I had more, which is always a good indication. I wish I had another couple of cans in the fridge.
I only picked up one can, and when I picked it up, I thought, shall I get two? But then I think, well, they're so local to the pair of us, I think it's not a big issue to go back and get more, so I'll just get one. But now I wish I had.
I might stagger over there later on and pick up some.
Absolutely. Yeah, that is really good.
That's a banger. If I was to score that, I would be up in the 8.5, 9 region. I think that's so drinkable. I think that's a banger.
I mean, I generally don't score beers. I have scored a couple, but I generally don't. But yeah, if I was scoring that, I'd agree with that.
Yeah,
certainly 8 to 9s all day long.
Yeah, I think my scoring thing is absolutely pointless, but it's more of a reference for me, I think, more than anyone else. There's no one else that can benefit from it, but I'm like, in my head, I'm thinking, what out of 10 am I going to give that? And I just say it out loud like a bit of a Burke. So there you go.
And there's nothing wrong with that. The reason I've never scored beers is because I think if I'm, say, reviewing something like this, I'm going to score it high. And if I'm reviewing lagers have got to be really bang on to get a high score. But then at the same time, I've started doing my new series of doing park bench beers, tramp juices, if you like.
Yeah.
And you think, if you scored one of them high compared to something like a high-end German lager, I just think people think, what the fuck are you doing? So I find it difficult to score beers because I get all too thinky about it and think, well, if I score something like Tramp's Juice high for a Tramp Juice, people will think that's a good lager in general, when it's not. It's just a good lager for a Tramp Juice. So
yeah.
I think too much about what other people are probably thinking, and I probably shouldn't, and just score the fucking thing.
Yeah, that's it. I think I've done it so many times now. I just kind of go into my own routine. I go into my zone, and I'm comparing it to every other beer that I've ever drunk. And I'm like, normally, if I want to have another one, then it's going to be around the 7 upwards range. That's kind of my way of looking at it. But it's from my own reference, really. You know, if I know I've scored it well, and I'm likely to go and buy it again. You know.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Joel's gone deep. So, what do we think about the situation with Mason Greenwood?
Oh, that's a topic, isn't it?
It's a bit naughty, isn't it? It's a bit naughty.
Topic. It's difficult, isn't it? Because in the UK, we should go by this innocent until proven guilty. But you look at the allegations that have been made against him. You know that most people that have those types of allegations made against them are generally true.
Yeah.
And the fact that all his own teammates are turning their back on him as well, and you think, are they doing that because they're such big kind of profiles? Oh, I've got some feedback. It's difficult, isn't it? I don't know. Looking at what people are saying, I think maybe those allegations, there's some truth in it.
Yeah,
it's a tough one.
There was a bit of audio released as well, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was.
Is that your doorbell?
Yeah. My doorbell, but I ain't answering it. Leah! It's literally my daughter's friend's here. She's here every single night, Monday to Friday. And the dad always comes and picks her up at 7:30. So, but he's a bit late today. It's 10 to 8, isn't it?
Slacking. He's slacking. Yeah, it's a dodgy one, that. It's a dodgy one. I can't really say too much because we don't know the full story, but it doesn't look good, does it? So
it certainly doesn't look good for him.
But Bramwell's in. Hello, Bramwell. Hope well, mate. Luke saying hello to Bramwell. Alex says, who is Mason Greenwood? Well, he's a young Man United striker who looked like he had a hell of a career ahead of him, but that could be in question now. My local Asda is now selling the Planet Pale from Brewdog. Is it worth trying? I've never had it.
I haven't had it. Not had it. No. Have you, talking of Asda, the Asda that's up in Milton Keynes, more sort of Bletchley next to IKEA, apparently they're selling beer on tap now. You can go in there with a container and buy beer.
Yeah, I've heard this. I don't know what the beer range is like that you get there, but yeah, you can go in and get, is it up to a 2-litre growler?
You can. Yeah. And I was literally next door to it today. I went into IKEA to get some drawers, and I just didn't have the time. Otherwise, I was going to go in there and have a look to see what they got, but I just didn't have the time. But that's quite a bold move, that. I mean, it's a massive Asda. It's huge.
Right.
But yeah, I next time I'm up there, I'm going to have to pop in and have a look to see what they're doing.
It gives a reason to go to Asda, doesn't it? That's for sure. That's for sure. Crummy's got a bottle of quality vintage California for tonight. Tommy, bless him, he's struggling with a cold.
That's not good.
He's trying to get himself fit and lively because he's meant to be doing a 12-hour stream on Saturday.
Indeed, he is. You need to be necking that bottle then.
That's it. The whole lot, mate. The whole lot. And go to the top of a mountain and shout it really loud, and then everyone knows that you're well again. Anyone remembers the advert? No. Bramwell saying happy birthday to Luke. David Wilson's here. Hello, David. How are you, mate? Hope you're well.
What do you think to the couple of Spurs signings, Paul?
The Kuzelewski one, I'm quite excited about. I haven't watched a lot of Italian football, won't lie, but what I have seen of him, he does look very good. And people in the know suggest that he's very good, and they reckon that Spurs have got a hell of a deal there. But it remains to be seen, doesn't it? The Bentancur one, again, good age, full international.
Yeah.
The way I see it, if Conte wanted him, then I'm on board.
Absolutely.
I'll back him because wherever he's gone, he's one thing. So, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. But the Kuzelewski one, I'm quite excited about that. You know,
Yeah.
And he's only 21. You know, so
yeah, which is a good thing, isn't it? He's certainly got youth on his side, hasn't he?
Exactly. And you look at some of the football he played at Parma, what made Juventus buy him in the first place. He was flying, like absolutely flying. Just a proper inverted winger, scored goals, his through balls, his passing, his awareness. He looks a proper player.
Would you have sold Ali? I would have done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was time, wasn't it?
It was. Yeah.
He was a brilliant player, you know, for the first sort of 3.5, 4 years that we had him.
Yeah.
But he deteriorated as the team deteriorated for me. He just needed a new challenge, I think.
Yeah.
It's a shame. I hope he gets it back, but I'm not sure. Yeah.
I think he's made his money. I don't think he's got the passion.
Yeah.
He's made money, and that just sums him kind of. That's how I feel he's been for the last couple of seasons. He's made his money. Doesn't need to put a stint in all the time. I don't know if he's lost his passion. I don't know if Everton can reignite that passion for him, which would be nice. But
yeah, it'd be good. I think Dele's the type of player who thrives in a team full of good players, in a team playing good football. And I think when Spurs were at the peak of that, well, I mean, we should have won the league. I mean, 2 years running, we should have won the league and didn't. And Dele was superb in that side.
Yeah, he was.
As we've got worse, he's got worse.
Yeah.
I mean, Everton, no disrespect, but they're a mess at the moment. I mean, I've watched them and they're horrendous. I don't see what Dele's going to do to everyone there. Do you know what I mean? He needs players around him that are working their socks off. Otherwise, it just doesn't work.
No.
So I wish the best for him. I really do, because there's a player there. But I just worry he's gone. The fire's gone out, you know?
Yeah. I think Lampard's got a tough role. Taking that Everton job is a tough gig. I think that's going to be work for him, that is. Yeah,
he needs to pick up results quickly, doesn't he? Really. Otherwise, the fans won't wait long. They're too big a club to be where they are, that's for sure. Jim says, I had my first American Trappist ale, Spencer, out of Maine. It was very good at 9%. Awesome. Don't suppose you know how many Trappist breweries you've got in the States, do you, Jim? That'd be a good question.
I've never had an American Trappist.
No, me neither. Me neither. Luke saying hello, Crummy. Mark says, it's tonight the night you strum a tune on the old banjo, Paul. Come on, you know you want to. I did that a few weeks back. I had a few beers and someone said, Paul, play us a tune. And I picked up the guitar and started strumming like an idiot. So, I'll try and avoid that.
Can you play the guitar?
Hey?
Can you play the guitar?
Very badly. Very badly. Could play a few chords and that's about as far as I go. Tom's in. Hello, Tom. Hope you're well, mate.
Evening, Tom.
Alex says, "Is John here?" John might be joining us for a beer later on. I don't know if he's picking up a car. He's seeing a man about a car this evening, so he might join us for a beer later on.
That'd be cool.
That'd be good. Crummy says, "Hey Jim, Luke, and everyone. Hope you're all good." Jim says, "All hail his crumminess." Thomas says, "Please like and share." Yep, give it a thumbs up if you can be bothered.
Absolutely.
Do appreciate that. We've got 41 of you in, so if you'll give it a thumbs up, that'd be awesome.
41 in, that's good.
41 in, not bad for a Thursday night, is it?
Superb, isn't it?
There's nothing on telly. That's all right.
Lives is something I need to do more of. I keep saying it. Every time I do a live, which is quite sporadic when I do a live, but every time I do them, I thoroughly enjoy them, and I think I must do more. I must do more. I never bloody do. So I need to get on the case and do more because I do enjoy them. It just, as I've kind of said before, I said to you on the phone the other week, didn't I? It's my escape. Doing beer reviews and doing lives just takes me away from everyday life. So yeah, I definitely need to crack on and do more.
Absolutely. When you've done a day's graft and you come home, once you've had your shower and you've chilled and had something to eat, I kind of think, I wouldn't mind a couple of beers now. And this is like a perfect way of doing it, you know.
Yeah, it is.
Going online and chatting with 41 other people and having a couple of beers is awesome, you know. So it's this is going down dangerously fast. I've got to be honest. It's
gone.
Polished it off. He's polished it off. Good.
Where did you get that on-air sign from? I love that on-air sign. I know John's got one as well, isn't he? I think
the wife bought me that. I don't know where she got it from, if I'm honest. She got it for me for it was a birthday present or something. But I liked it. I'd like, because John, like you say, John put one up, and I was like, I love that idea.
Yeah,
an on-air sign. It might be worth looking in TK Maxx. I think they sell stuff like that.
Really?
I haven't seen it. I mean, I never go to TK Maxx to be honest, but that strikes me as the sort of place that would sell something like that. But,
there's a TK Maxx minutes away from you.
Yeah. Yeah, Abby was telling me she went there and came home with a load of towels or something the other week. She's like, "There's a TK Maxx around the corner." I was like, I don't care.
It is a good sign though. It's a quality sign.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye out, and if I know somewhere that gets them, I'll sort you one out, mate. Because I think they're only that cheap. So, but yeah, it's a nice little effect in it. That I quite like it. Paul says, "Hi everyone. Any new keys? Jimbo Cop has been battling evil. Jim the Cropper got my order today from Luke. Awesome. Kegs on the PD machine, Chris. Have you got anything in the PD at the moment?
No, I haven't. It's on. There's an empty keg in there. I should turn it off, really. I kind of ballsed up a little bit. I sent a load of kegs back, but didn't hang on to a couple. So now if I buy a keg, I've pretty much got to pay full price until I send the one back in there. Whereas normally I have sort of like 2 or 3, and then I send them back. You get the £5 keg deposit back. So then that's like, feels like it's 15 quid off the next keg. So I haven't done that. So I know the next keg I've got to buy. If I send that one back, okay, you can take a £5 off it. So yeah, I'm a bit tight. I know I've got to buy a keg to build the kegs back up again. So I will get one soon. I am tempted with the unfiltered Stella, although I didn't like the normal Stella, but there's something about the unfiltered one that does keep talking to me. But I don't know, I might go for one of the Leffes, but no, I will get another keg soon. I will get another one, Paul Greenwood. I'll get another one soon.
I was going to say, Chris, I think if I had a PD, I'd be all over that unfiltered Stella. I think that'd be the first one I'd buy. I'd be intrigued to see what that's like. Yeah,
it does keep talking to me, and I've watched a few reviews on it, and they seem to be going down well. So I can guarantee that when I go to bed tonight, after a few beers, I'm going to go straight on Beerhawk and order it before I go to sleep.
That's the most dangerous thing, going shopping online when you've had a few sherbets.
Yeah.
I've done that before. It's like, how much did I spend there? I haven't enough.
But to be fair, my beer fridge, which is under this table, it is packed. It is absolutely packed. But which has kind of been stopping me from buying a keg, because I think I've got so much beer in this fridge, it's ridiculous. But when you've got that sitting there, it does deserve to have a keg in it all the time.
Yeah, it's the same. I've got the beer monster sitting behind me.
Yeah.
I've not had a keg in it since John was down a couple of weeks ago. I do need to go and buy myself a keg and fill it up again, just so I've got something in there chilling. I've got the sub as well, the crap sub. I haven't used that in about 6 months. I haven't had anything in it in months. I just think it's overpriced what they're charging.
Yeah, it is. To look at, I think it's a nice looking machine, the sub. But yeah, when you look at the price of those torps, I couldn't justify buying one because I just think those torps are quite expensive. But I know I think Simon released a new video today or yesterday of a torp, which was a porter, which sounded pretty good. But again, it comes down to the price of those torps. It's lovely.
I totally agree. When some of them torps are going for like £19 and you're barely getting 4 pints out of it, you might as well go to the pub.
Well, you might as well.
You know? And surely the idea of drinking at home, it should be a little bit cheaper than going and paying a premium in an establishment, a licensed establishment. That's my opinion anyway.
Well, the home drinking has always been seen as a cheaper option, isn't it? Home drinking. Until you start buying craft beers.
Yeah, true.
That changes, doesn't it? But yeah, I think with having a PD, for me, there's just no real point in going and buying a sub.
Yeah, I say the PD is a machine I do fancy. I just like the look of the PD. It's just a nice looking bit of kit, isn't it? You know? It
is, yeah. But they've released. Well, they're launching a new one, haven't they? They launched a new one recently on a beta process, which had temperature control, which I think is just a must for a beer machine.
I think so.
But that's in its beta process, and all the people that bought that one, they had to sign up to. Because I talked to Barry from All the Beer No Idea, and when they bought that new one, they had to sign up to loads of like online meetings with Beerhawk to talk about the machine, and they even wanted to come to your house and talk to you about how you use the machine. Yet you're still paying full price for the machine, but all these meetings that you have with them, they do give you beer tokens. But I just thought, I ain't interested in that. I don't want to do online meetings about the machine. I just want to drink beer.
That's a bit weird, isn't it? That is, come have a consultation about how you drink your beer and all that. A bit odd.
Yeah.
No. Promi says minted mushy peas are the only way. Nottingham speciality, that.
No.
Who knew? Ken's in. Brand Bison on the sub. Superb. I've not had that one. I've looked at it. That's one of the cheaper ones, isn't it? And about £9 for a sub of that one.
Yeah, see, £9 is sensible money, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. For 4 pints, generally, you know, £3 a pint. You're not going to get a pint for £3 in a pub anywhere now. So it's worth it in that sense. But when you're paying nearly £20, for maximum 4 pints, and you do it in your own house. You've got to pull it. You've got to get the glass. You know, why am I paying that much? You know, I could go to a pub and pay someone else to do it. You know, it's weird.
Have you had the delirium on the sub?
I've not. No. I imagine that'd be quite good. But
again,
beer shop is selling out in 5 litre kegs now. Delirium.
Really?
Yeah. So I am tempted.
It's a good beer.
Yeah. It's not my favourite of the Belgian beers, Delirium. But then when I had it from a bottle, and I'd had it for a while. So I wondered maybe if I'd had it too long. But I'd give it another go.
Yeah, it's supposed to be very good on the sub, but it is going to be pricey. But it is supposed to be very good. I mean, I like Delirium for a mainstream Belgium that you can get pretty much anywhere. I think it's pretty solid.
I've got a Chimay. I've got a Chimay triple in the fridge as well.
Chimay triple's good.
So I'm not massive on Belgian beer. I do feel like I need to every now and then. I have an absolute banger of Belgian beer, and then I'll have another one. And I'm like, it's too sweet. You know, really sweet yeast. Barry's in. Speaking of Barry, hello, mate.
Evening, Baz. How are you, mate?
How do? Hope you're well. Tom's talking to Luke. Well, that's how far behind we are. Everyone's still voting for the beer.
I'll be behind.
Let me skip all this lot. Everyone's saying hello to each other, which is a beautiful thing. Everyone's still saying hello to each other. How's everyone's week been? That's a good question, Alex. How has everyone's week been? Are we all well?
Mine's been good. I've been off.
That's a perfect week. Perfect week. Joel goes, Easter's coming up. I've seen Easter eggs for sale today. Oh, God, don't.
Come on, really?
I still haven't had my Christmas tree collected yet, let alone thought about buying a bloody Easter egg. No chance. Slurpy's in. Hello, Slurpy Dave. How you doing, mate?
Evening slurps.
Oh, yeah. Everyone's still chatting to each other. Cat Meats is talking about beautiful bodies. Anyone seen Pam and Tommy on Disney Plus? Lily James as Pamela Anderson, worth a subscription cost to get Disney. I couldn't believe that when I realised it was her. It looked nothing like her. Mad.
I've got Disney. Might have to have a look.
Well, yeah. I mean, what's her name? Lily James. I mean, she's beautiful anyway. But they've dolled her up to make her look like Pamela Anderson. That's a win, isn't it? You know.
I don't know who Lily James is.
Have you seen the Sky? Is it Sky broadband adverts? She like dances around and things get bigger around her. I don't know, something like that. She's really pretty girl. Really pretty girl.
I'm going to Google it.
Worth it, mate.
I'm Googling her right now.
Tom says, Luke, you should start a Drunken Duckling YouTube channel. That's a good idea. You should be all over that, Luke. So Luke runs a beer shop up in Middlesbrough way, up in the northeast. So, yeah.
How have they made Lily James look like Pamela Anderson?
I know.
That's not incredible.
It's really clever when you look at the pictures of how they've made her look. I mean, she said herself that the little bit of, wizardry's gone into it, but
yeah, yes,
uncanny. Whips cracked open at Erding of Weissbrow. Ooh, nice. I quite like it. Are you getting some feedback?
Yeah, I am.
I get like a bit of a whistle.
It keeps coming and going, but I do keep getting it. And I've never had that before. Never.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Maybe it's because we live so close together now.
That's what it is. We're too close. We're too close to each other now. We're too close. Well, I need another beer. Do you want to get on the stout, or do you want to do another lighter one in between?
Should we do another lighter one?
I think I might. I think
yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm going to disappear. Yeah. I'm going to just duck out of the shop.
I picked up another Mad Squirrel when I was in the office yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
And it's one I haven't had since it came out last summer.
What is it?
It was the Silver Fern, the New Zealand IPA, which you can't see because the light is just blurring it. Silver Fern, New Zealand IPA, 6.9. I drank this at Brew London. They actually released it for Brew London, and it was banging.
I am listening to you.
I believe you.
Ooh. I have to crouch down. I'm going to go for my favourite brewery, New Bristol Brewery, and it's Fire Strata, India Pale Ale, coming in at 5%.
So you're all over them at the moment, aren't you, New Bristol?
Oh, I can't get enough of them. They're just incredible. Just ridiculous. I don't know how they do it.
I've got to be on it. Because that was lively. I've got about 2/3 head and the rest of it beer. That was a lively beer. Catch up with some of these comments. Shark says, hello, Alan. Catch me, all right, Shark. David says, Alan Mead. Everyone's chatting. It's on my channel. Talking guitar. Someone shoved a naked guitar in my face. I said, is that a threat? Whee! Love it. Just subscribe to Chris. Well done, Alex. Yep. If you've not seen Chris before, he's over there. That way. Subscribe to Chris's beer reviews. Quality beer reviewer. Oh yeah. On Old Tom and Le Chouffe Christmas beer. Ooh, nice.
Old Tom.
Very nice indeed. Salty said Daddy should have gone abroad. He's drinking a Wiper and True milk stout. I'm surprised how smooth it is. Is that the one that's just gone in Sainsbury's?
It was all right, that was. It was all right. I reviewed that. It was the first Wiper and True beer I've ever had. It was all right. It was just all right, I think, really.
Right.
Do you know, the reason... Have you done many Wiper and True beers?
No, I don't think I've ever reviewed a Wiper and True beer.
I know they've existed, and I've known of them for a long time. And I said it in my review. The reason I haven't done them is, and I know it sounds stupid, but I just don't like the name. Wiper and True. There's something about it that just irritates me. And their can art's bland as you like as well. But the name Wiper and True for a brewery, I know it sounds silly, but it just irritated me, and I couldn't buy them. And then I saw it in Sainsbury's, and I thought, I'm in Sainsbury's. It's on the shelf. I'll give it a go.
It sounds crafty, doesn't it? It sounds a bit too far crafty. Wiper and True. Not exactly something very memorable, is it? You know, it's.
I don't know. I was thinking maybe I'm being harsh. Maybe it's their surnames, but I think I've never met anyone with the surname of Wiper, and I've never met anyone with the surname of True either. So I don't know where it comes from, but it just irritates me.
Might be worth looking into that one. Like, why? You know, David Wilson says Chris can get a sign on Amazon. Oh, well, there you go. They do the on-air signs on Amazon.
I bet they do. Yeah,
they do everything else, don't they?
Yeah.
Slurpy says, Alex, Chris just reviews Carlin all the time.
What a horrendous beer.
Oh,
I did review Carlin. I reviewed it alongside two other. I think I did Carlin, Lost Lager. Was it Foster's? And the Carlin was just dreadful. How that's one of the best-selling beers in the UK, I've got no idea.
Yeah, it's baffling, isn't it? I say most of the mass-produced lagers, I would say, are drinkable to a degree. But Carling is I think is one of the exceptions. It's just so bland.
It's awful.
There's just nothing to it, you know. It's not good. Paul says Le Chouffe is now in Tesco.
Le Chouffe's in Tesco's.
Wow,
that's interesting, isn't it?
£2 a bottle.
Le Chouffe is decent.
That's worth a go with the little gnomes on it.
Mm.
Jimmy's in. How you doing, Jimmy? Hope you're well, mate.
Jimmy.
Slurpy says he was sitting in the pub today with an empty glass. Barman said, "Do you want another?" I replied, "Why would I want two empty glasses?" Ta-da! Good stuff. Good stuff. Alex says, "But seriously, mate, Carlin, I can't stand. Not judging anyone else's taste buds, though. Yeah, that's it. A lot of people like it. So each to their own, you know."
I don't get it. I just don't get it. But like you say, each to their own. But I just can't get my head around Carlin. I think it's dreadful. Probably one of the worst macro beers there is for me, Carlin.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. It's good stuff, Paul Le Chouffe. I'll tell you what, I have to pop down to my local Tesco and I will grab some Le Chouffe. See if they've got it. I will grab a bottle of Le Chouffe, definitely. I heard that Crummy's up for the job of filling Prince Andrew's place next to the Queen. Just saying. Oh dear. Let's catch up with comments. Thomas says, Chris, I think you're drinking a bit too much if your kegs are talking to you.
A lot of things talk to me, Thomas. There's lots of things that talk to me.
Love it. Menkind. Yeah, Menkind are good for stuff like that. All the neon lights and stuff like that. They do some good stuff. I think there's one of them in Watford. I don't know if there's anyone more local, but there's definitely one in Watford. Crummy doesn't like pizza though. What?
What?
Outrageous. Captain Meat says, Paul just wondered if there's going to be curtains coming for that window. No. Beige curtains are not coming back. In fact, I've bought a blind. We're putting a blind up soon. So, yeah, no curtains, I'm afraid.
So what are you in now? Are you in a spare bedroom now?
Yeah, essentially. Spare bedroom / studio. So over there, I've actually got a spare bed over there. We have people staying over at the weekend.
Nice.
So it worked out quite nicely. I've kind of sorted it perfectly. So I've kind of got all the channel crap at this end of the room. And at the other end of the room, we've got a bed and everything ready to go there. So it's worked out quite nicely. So I won't have to move anytime again soon. So that's good.
Yeah, so we are planning on moving at some point this year. And I've got to have my own like proper beer space, because what you can see now, I'm in my kitchen.
Right.
I do have. We are quite lucky where we are here. Is we have got a big kitchen, but when we move, the likelihood that we'll have a kitchen this size again is probably quite small. So yeah, I can squeeze this in our kitchen, and it is fine. It generally works for reviews, because when I do reviews, most of the time they're all in the lounge. But a lot of the times when I'm doing lives, because of the time of day, they're in and out the kitchen and stuff, which I don't mind because they're my family. I'm quite happy with it, but I do want my own beer room. That I've got to have.
Yeah. It's I mean, all this time beforehand, I was doing it in my front room.
Yeah.
I had all my sofas and that behind me, and directly in front of me was the kitchen. Like we lived in a shoebox. It was tiny, So literally, the light that was on me was from the kitchen, directly in front of me. It was ridiculous. And it's like, if I wanted to do a live stream and Abby was in, Abby'd have to kind of either go out or she'd go upstairs and do something if she didn't want to be on camera. It was a pain in the ass. So at least now I can come up here, I can shut the door, and Abby can do whatever she wants. She's got the rest of the house, so it's
it makes a difference. And, and talking to that, talking to being in my kitchen, my wife's just literally walked in from work. She left at 8 o'clock this morning, and it's now 20 past 8 at night. And she literally just walked in, but now she's in my kitchen and she's going to make noise. She's going to make dinner, and I've already made the dinner, but I don't mind. I'm always happy for Rachel to be in the room, especially after such a 12-hour day, love? Yes, dear, she says.
So yeah. Just don't talk to me. I'll kill you in the face.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's been a long day, Chris. Just shut up.
Absolutely. There's food in the fridge, love. There's still fajitas left and everything else.
There, Jimmy says you're cheaper in the pub. There you go. I didn't believe them subs. Had Cameroon to win the African Cup of Nations at the start. They better win it. Get 10 grand off for 5. You put 500 quid on it. Good thing. Mad. Jimmy the Albert, Castletown Bitter, 2.55 a pint. It's a cracker. I can't remember the last time I paid 2.50 for a pint. Goodness me. Oh, here's the question, Chris. Who's the team?
It's not Chelsea. It's not Arsenal. I'm a Spurs fan.
There you go. There's only one team in London, Chris. Just saying.
That's the only team in London. Yeah, Spurs fans. Well, I grew up on a council estate in London, is where I grew up, and it was North London, so it was generally Spurs or Arsenal. There were a few West Ham, a couple of Chelsea's, and maybe Crystal Palace, but the majority of where I grew up was Spurs or Arsenal, and I chose Spurs.
Yeah. No regrets.
No, none at all. But then you look at Arsenal, and you look at, they've achieved nothing for a long, long time. So they win the FA Cup. But
yeah, that's it. They won a couple of FA Cups, and they like to remind us about that. But we finished above them in the league about 6 years running.
Absolutely.
So yeah, they can't handle it. Arsenal fans. It's quite funny.
Have you ever watched AFTV, Arsenal Fan TV?
I've seen it.
The boys on there are so bitter. It's ridiculous.
They're mad, don't they? They are mad. Yeah. Like, I knew Arsenal fans were a funny lot beforehand, but watching them lot, it just hammered home the point. They are nutters, Arsenal fans.
Yeah,
they ain't got the first clue about football. They just like shouting. That's all they do. They're just like.
That's all they do is shout constantly. You think, chill out, just chill out.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
Mad, weird lot, bunch of weird little people. Arsenal fans. Hey, Scott's in. Scott Wonder, hello mate. It says meetings to talk about a machine you've bought. Come round the house. Exactly, totally agree. How odd is that? That is odd. The idea of that new PD, that's very weird. Tom said 99p a pint in spoons round here. How much is the beer in the spoons round the corner?
I know in the spoons I was in the other day, I was in the one in Leighton Buzzard, which is a bit further out than the one in Dunstable. They were selling a bitter at 99p a pint. It was Ruddles, admittedly, but it was still 99p a pint.
Wow. Goodness me. So the brewery must be making bugger all.
Absolute bugger all. At 99p a pint, what on earth are breweries making on that?
I suppose it is Green King, isn't it, Ruddles? I guess it's owned by Green King, so they probably don't need the money because they haven't made a decent beer in years, have they, Green King?
No, they haven't.
Alex, it's the thing with craft beer, quite expensive, so that's why I'm found drinking mass-produced lager. But I still are nice. I agree, Alex. Totally agree, mate. I would still. I know I get stick for it, but I would still happily buy a crate of San Miguel. I still would. I still think it's decent. Heineken. I had people over for a party last weekend. I bought a crate of Heineken because I thought if people want lager, they're not going to want a craft lager. They're going to want something that they know. So I bought a crate of Heineken, and they went. So it was job done. So
Heineken is all right. Heineken's okay for a mass-produced lager.
Yeah,
it's certainly better than Carlin.
Oh, good, yeah. I had to choose one. I went into one of the Sainsbury's and I was like, square the deal. So I was looking at the mass-produced lagers. The only one out of the lot is literally San Miguel and Heineken, and they had a deal on for a crate of Heineken. So I went to that. So
Heineken's right.
Yeah. This beer's going down too easy as well. I've got the flavour, Chris. It's your fault.
Yeah. I can get the flavour very bloody quickly, though. It doesn't take me long to get the flavour.
When you've earned a beer, that first one usually goes down in no time at all, does it? And then you're like, right, it's going to be one of them afternoons.
When I get in from work, one of the first things I do when I get in from work, if I've had a really busy day, one of the first things I do is crack a beer. And that's why I can't do 3 30ml cans, because I think they're pathetic.
Yeah.
But I get from work, crack a 440, and it's gone in 5 minutes. That first beer after a busy day, it's just gone, isn't it?
Yeah.
And if you're in that mood and you get the flavour, it's dangerous, isn't it?
And I don't really mind what I drink as well either, but particularly in the summer, if I've done a day's gardening and I get home, I don't care what it is, as long as it's cold, I'll drink it. So, you could probably put a can of Carlin in my hand. I'll give it a funny look, but it'll probably be gone in about 3 mouthfuls, to be fair. Just be gone.
Do you ever watch Mickey Flanagan?
Yeah, I love Mickey Flanagan. Yeah.
One of my greatest Mickey Flanagan sketches is when he talks about getting the dreaded flavour. And it just kills me, that sketch. When
I've got the flavour.
Dreaded flavour.
He doesn't let it go out. He ended up going out.
Yeah, it's absolutely genius. That going out sketch and getting the dreaded flavour is just it is amazing. I love everything Mickey Flanagan does. He's just absolutely fucking hilarious, that man. But
yeah, so true, though. It's so true though, isn't it? You ever done that? You were supposed to go out just for a pint, just to say hello to everyone after work, and you have 2 pints, and you get the flavour, and you're like, you know what? I'm staying out. And then next thing you know, you're in town.
Absolutely.
And you somewhere you shouldn't be. Yeah. It's so true. It's so true.
His dreaded flavour sketch, that was about just going out for a beer and making sure he was getting home in time to see his missus, wasn't it? And he just starts lying about going home and getting the flavour. Yeah, but everything that man does is hilarious. Absolutely. Everything you watch, you can relate to, can't you, of Mickey Flanagan? Everything. And that's what makes a great comic, is he just relates it to everything, and it just kills me. The man kills me.
Yeah, I just think that's the best comedy, the observational comedy. The people who know, working class observational comedy. It's the best. It's the best form it is.
Yeah.
Scott says my sub is a lovely paperweight. Yeah, that's pretty much what mine's doing at the moment. It's just bugger all gathering dust. Could be worse. Imagine buying 250 quid's worth of Brewdog shares when drunk. Yeah, wouldn't be a good investment right now. Not a clue.
There's still a lot of people that love Brewdog, though. Brewdog is still a massive, loyal fan base.
Yeah.
I liken Brewdog people. My wife's not going to like this comment, bearing in mind she's in the room. I liken the big Brewdog fans to people that love Apple phones. They're just absolutely brand loyal, and there's better options.
I don't get that. Why? I mean, I've got Apple phones. I've had them for a while, but I don't really care if I have one or not. It is weird though. Some people are proper brand loyal, aren't they? Whereas I'm just like, if it's convenient, I'll go with you. That's kind of how it works with me. Captain Meat says the next sub should be at least 4 litres of beer. Buy a beer monster machine instead. Yeah, it just seems like a more sensible machine as far as I'm concerned. Or the PD. I think the PD's a cracking looking bit of kit. Scott's saying hello to Kev. Dave says hello to Scott. Scott the boy Scott. Evening says Dave. Just put up the Christmas tree. I love Christmas. I love Christmas as well. But that's always the most miserable day of the year for me. Taking down the Christmas decorations. I hate it. Hate it.
Yeah, see, I'm the opposite. I do like Christmas. I like Christmas. I like family time, but I do like taking the Christmas tree down. I do like it when it goes down. It's just, for me, once the tree goes down, it's the start of a new year. Not that I'm into New Year's resolutions. I don't believe in all that bullshit. But once the Christmas tree comes down, I'm like, we're into a new year. Let's crack on. I love the Christmas tree, and my wife decorates it amazingly. But once it's down, I'm quite happy when it's down.
I love that. The wife decorates it amazingly. You see, Chris sits there, watches her with a beer in his hand. He's like,
She does do a good job on the Christmas tree. I'll give her that. But when it comes down, I'm quite happy. And I'm not allowed to take it down. If she's at work and, we're like into the second week of January and I'm like, the tree's got to go down. If I take that tree down without telling her, boy, it's not good news.
you get in trouble for that. Yeah. And Abby's the same. Is that I can't decorate without her, and I can't take it down without her.
No,
I'm like, look, the tree cannot stay up any later than the 5th of January. I am bang on that.
Yeah.
If I didn't say it, Abby we'd have it up now. Abby would still have the bloody tree up now. But I'm like, it's got to come down. It's got to come down by the 5th at the latest.
Yep. Absolutely.
That's the 12th day of Christmas. That is the last day of Christmas. After that, it cannot be up.
No, it's got to go down. But my daughter has got my wife's traits. My daughter would have the tree up all year. My son's like me. He's like, just get the thing down. It's getting away now. Cats keep climbing up it. Get it down. My wife and daughter, they'd have it up all year round.
No, I love it. I love it. So ours is still in the garden. We put it out there, and the council was supposed to be taking it, but no one's been taking Christmas trees. I don't know what's going on. So I feel bad for it. When's the review of the homebrew? Oh, of course, yeah. Scott's been brewing, hasn't he? He's been brewing.
Yeah, it's been brewing. That's got to be coming up, isn't it, Scott? The review of that. I know you've bottled it. He's definitely bottled it. So hopefully it'll come soon.
He's bottled it. He give up on it. Was he? He's just bottled it. I'm with you on the Belgian beer yeast being too sweet. Too much banana esters for me. Yeah, some of them they get it spot on, but every now and then you just get a really sweet one. And I'm just like, I don't really fancy this. It's a bit off.
If you go for the triples or the quadruple Belgians, they're not. They don't have as much of that yeasty sweetness.
Yeah.
Anyone's around about the 6.5 mark, they do have that yeasty sweetness. But the quadruples and the triples, they're not so bad for it.
No. I'll have to. So I've got a Chimay, however you pronounce it. Chimay triple.
Yeah, that won't be as banana-y, the triple.
That's a good thing. Scott says, tomorrow about 6 o'clock, he's unveiling the homebrew. There you go. Tomorrow, Scott and Wonders World. Scott will be unveiling the homebrew. There you go. Alamie says, hello, Scott. Sharks, hello. So everyone's saying hello, Scott, which is good.
I've got to go for a wee.
Oh, mate. He's breaking the seal.
I've got to break the seal.
Bramwell says to Scott, is the beer in the fridge? Put one in, and then another next week. See the difference. See which you prefer. As I see it, Bramwell's the man. Bramwell will tell you what to do. Scott said, even now, really well, thank you. Hope you and Mrs. Mead are okay. Tom says, I keep having to dip in and out. Just came back to Slurpy Dave's jokes. It's just I don't like pizza. The heresy. Imagine someone not liking pizza. It's not the best food in the world. I'm not allowed to eat it at the moment. I am on a diet, strictly on a diet. No pizza for the Viking. None. Paul had that Fuller's 1845 last week. It's a cracker. It's a lovely beer, isn't it? Beautiful beer. Beautiful beer. In the fridge. What we got tomorrow? Pam Anderson, pre-op or post-op? You be the judge. I mean, I don't know when she started having surgery done. All I remember was the first time I ever saw her on Baywatch. I was just like, wow. Just wow. And I was young then when Baywatch first came on TV. You know, you get that awkward boner in the front room with your parents when you're only little. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. But yeah, Baywatch, mate. Great show, but proper awkward if your mum and dad were in the room. Shark Kings, at Paul's Beer Reviews, have a Sierra Nevada powder dry IPA. I'm going to order some. I'm waiting till I've got another couple of weeks to wait, Shark. I'm waiting for the atomic. I'm waiting for the atomic torpedo to release, and I will be buying the powder dry IPA whilst I'm doing it. So soon, my friend. What is the highest percentage beer within your possession? Oh, good question. Good question. I think I've got nothing crazy. I think I've got a 12% barrel aged barley wine in the garage.
Oh, very nice.
But I think that's the highest ABV beer I own at the moment. What about you, Chris? You got anything mental knocking about?
Nothing. You'll like this one when I put it up on the screen, Paul. The highest ABV beer I've got at the moment is the Lion Stout.
Lion, what a beer!
8.8%.
How big's that bottle? Is that a 330?
Yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting it to be as good as he was, but yeah, blew me away. That did. Stunning beer.
I was surprised. I watched your review of that, and I was surprised at how much you rated that. I was expecting it to be along the lines of Dragon's Stout that comes out of Jamaica, I believe. That's what I was expecting. So yeah, when you spoke about it, I thought I've got to get myself that, and I knew I'd seen one of the Lion beers in the local offie, and they've got them both. They've got the lager and the stout, so I picked them both up yesterday.
Yeah, they're both really good. I reviewed the lager about 18 months or so ago, I think. I went back through the videos, and then the guy who works with my wife, he's from Sri Lanka, and he said, "Get your husband to review this." He gave her a massive bottle of this Lion Stout, and I was just like, "Sod it," and I just thought it was absolutely fantastic. What I want in a stout. It was complex. Yeah. It was roasted malts. It was drinkable though. It was the sort of thing that you could just chill with, just relax with, and just have a sip on every now and then. It wasn't mad. It wasn't boozy. It was for an 8.8% stout. It was really drinkable. Dangerously so.
And that's what I like, because I think you almost drunk it all on your review, didn't you? You certainly got through quite an amount of it for an 8.8%.
Yeah,
you threw a lot just on your review. So I thought I've got to get myself that, and then it was in the local offie, so it was rude not to pick it up.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see what you think of that, because I know you're a bit of a stout fan, aren't you? You do like the darker beers.
I will review it.
Yeah, do it, man. Do it. Luke says, not much as Mark Crummy. That boy can eat and smudge food all over the lens. Said you replace Prince Andrew, Pamela Anderson, any operation. I'll get her a pint of Slager. So Chris is going to do that. He's going to brew a lager and call it Slager. No one will say nothing. David Arthur's in. Hello, David. Hope you're well, mate. Thank you for joining us. Chris says, Chris, have you ever tried Slager? It's my beer, mate. Jump on it.
No, can't say I have.
There you go. Never tried it. You got to brew it first, Chris.
All right.
Lewis Dodds is in. Hello, Lewis. Or Louis, should I say. Hope you're well, mate. Thank you for joining us.
Louis, how are
you? Shark over here. Paul, read your email. You're going to go crazy. I don't want to go crazy in front of everyone.
Well, you better read your email.
Better read it.
Didn't you?
If I don't go crazy now, Shark, I'm going to be disappointed.
Well, I'm looking forward to see if you're going to go crazy.
Yeah.
It better be a very good email.
Well, he sent me a topless picture, isn't he? I'm only joking. Oh, shut up. Oh, my goodness.
Are you going crazy?
I'm going crazy right now.
Where have you got?
Holy shit. Right, so Sierra Nevada, they have a stout called Narwhal, which is an imperial stout, which in itself is a thing of beauty. They're now releasing a barrel-aged peanut butter cup version.
Nice.
12.7%.
Oh,
Oh, mate.
what did you say it was called? Narwhal.
Narwhal, after the
Isn't
thing.
that a whale?
Yeah,
The
like a
whale
whale
with
with
the
a
javelin sticking out of his
Yeah.
head.
That's right. Shark, that sounds incredible. That sounds absolutely incredible. If they get that over here, I'm all over that like a cheap suit. But knowing my luck, they probably won't get it over here. But that sounds incredible. A peanut butter version of Narwhal. Whoa, it's me. That could be one of the best beers ever made. Genuinely could be one of the best beers ever made, that. Touchy Buddy, a beer with wipe in the name doesn't really sound appealing. Yeah, I agree. With it. Wiper and True. Random name.
It's such a random name, and that's what's put me off it for so long. Wiper and True. I don't get it. I might email them one day and say, where did the name come from?
Yeah. I'd be interested to know where all the names you could have chosen. Wiper and True.
Well, that's the question, Paul. If you owned a craft beer brewery, what would you call it?
Oh, that's a tough question, isn't it? I've never really thought about that one.
No, I haven't.
What was the name of brewery? It's got to be something quality, isn't it? It's got to be a really good name, but something that's not rude. So it's
Well,
in trouble.
I couldn't think of one. I could not think of one if I had one.
I'd have to think of I would really have to think about that. I struggle with thinking of a beer, let alone the name of a brewery. That you got that stuck to you for life, you know. Until it goes out of business.
How can you? But you can't say you'd struggle to think up of a beer because you've got your name on Jasper, and Jasper's a great beer.
Yeah, well, that was our second. That was the second idea, though, Jasper, because initially we were going to do a porter, because we were going to do Bandon Car Porter, but add ginger to it. But then we thought about it, and we thought we want something with a bit more longevity to it.
Yeah.
So something that people will want to drink in the summer as well as at Christmas.
Yeah.
So I thought, okay, well, we don't want to do a lager because that'll take ages to brew. So we said, how about a golden ale? Because I really enjoy golden ale. Easy drinking, sessionable.
Yeah.
But with a bit of spice to it, a bit of ginger to it. And it worked out nicely. It came out really, really well. Yeah. But that was even the name of the beer, though, that came to us on a live stream. If we hadn't have done the live stream that night, we probably wouldn't have had a decent name for it. So
really?
Someone came into the chat talking about their dog. It was called Jasper, and it just clicked. So their dog was a whippet. So if you look on the can, there's a whippet on the back of the can. So it's named after their dog who was put down. He was put to sleep like the day after because he was ill, poor thing.
Yeah, I think it's a great beer. I really enjoyed a Jasper. As you know, I sent you a picture of one tonight that I was drinking. Yeah. I love ginger anyway. So yeah, the ginger ale, it just works. And a couple of weeks ago, about a week ago, I reviewed a sour that's in Sainsbury's. It was North Brewing. It was a lime sour. And in that review, I said, this lime sour needs ginger in it. If it had ginger in it, it would take it up another level. Yeah. And then I was shopping on Trembling Madness the other day, and there was a sour that had ginger in it from Pomona Island. So I thought, well, I've got to have that.
Yeah.
That lime sour from North Brewing was fantastic, but I just felt with lime, it just needed ginger as well. And then I went on Trembling Madness, and there was a sour with ginger in it. So of course I had to buy that.
Had to get it. Because you know what you like. I said I love ginger and anything spicy, especially at Christmas. And that's when we were aiming to get it out. So I thought there's something with ginger in it.
What was the name of the Lord's beer, their Christmas beer that they did? What was the name of that?
Which one? Winter Hill.
Winter Hill. That's an amazing winter beer. That's incredible. That's probably one of the best winter beers I've had.
That was just full of spice, wasn't it? Just full of spice.
Yeah.
They need to do it. They need to do another batch. They really need to
Yeah,
do
they do.
another batch of it. They kept what was left from the year before and put it into a barrel, and they sent me a keg of it, and it was rubbish. It was nowhere near as good as the stuff that we've been drinking from a bottle the year before.
Yeah, that Winter Hill in a bottle was immense.
Yeah.
Absolutely immense.
Yeah, they all said that the brewery, they said they didn't like it. They didn't like the aged version, and they sent it to me, and I said, no, it's bad.
Yeah.
It's not aged very well at all. I said, you can't put that out.
No.
So, yeah, they kept it. They didn't sell it. They need to rebrew it because it was such a lovely beer.
Yeah, it was stunning.
Neil Long's put a £5 super chain. Thank you, dude. It's a pleasure as always, fella. I was going to save myself till tomorrow, but I love laying Imperial Stout was staring at me every time I opened the fridge. Good man, Neil. Good man. Enjoy. That's the one that went in Lidl, wasn't it? I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
That was quite a good beer, that, for a Lidl. Blimey.
Yeah,
That was a good one.
For an Imperial Stout at less than £3, it was impressive.
Yeah, definitely. Like I say, when I bought it, I kind of thought, right, blimey, £2.50. I'm not going to say it was the best Imperial Stout I've ever had in my life,
No,
but
not at all. But
it was decent. Turning Point. Yeah, I've had a couple of beers from Turning Point. Always thought they were pretty decent.
They are decent.
Chris says, have you ever had Halston Pills? Tastes good. Thought it was going to be shite, but surprised. I like Halston Pills.
Yeah, I've got nothing against Holston Pills. I used to drink that quite a lot as in my youth. Didn't mind Holston Pills in my youth, and it was always one of the best sponsors on a Spurs shirt for me. So yeah, no issues with Holston.
That's it. I've got that little bit of a connection with Halston Pills, and yeah, it was on the shirt when I was too young to drink. So when I eventually got round to drinking it, I thought it's actually not terrible.
No, I haven't had it in a while. I've not had it for a longer while, but
yeah, I reviewed it not too long ago. I can't remember if it was last summer or the summer before, and I was expecting it to be bad, and I just thought, you know what, it's good. It's a decent German lager. It's absolutely fine. Paul says, not bad, Chris. Found it too sweet. Bam, I took the Holston. Slightly Dave. I've got to skip through these messages because I'm so far behind. I do apologise, everyone. Let me catch up.
Go on, you run through them.
Let me catch up. Get smashing. Well, come on, Chelsea. Oh, dear.
My in-laws are all Chelsea fans. My two brother-in-laws, my father-in-law, they're all Chelsea fans.
You'd disown them, wouldn't you? You just wouldn't talk to them. You wouldn't talk to them. All starting to come back a good bit. Talk to me. Only team in London. They are. He's just subscribed to your channel, Chris.
Unsubscribe. Brilliant.
Champions of Europe. You bought it, Chris. Come on, you bought it. Anyone could win it. We got a billionaire owner. Come on. Working Man's Club every week. $2.40 for a Guinness. That's not bad, is it?
It's all right.
Not bad at all. What's about beef curtains? All my days. You can tell everyone's had a sherbet, can't you? You can tell everyone's on no beer. Not good. Beer. Lever, best rate of Bournemouth. Oh dear. Footy's a bit like beer. You like what you like, regardless of the fact. Absolutely. Do you know what? You've just nailed it there. Is it Harris or Harish?
Harris, good lad, Harris.
Bit like beer. You like what you like, regardless of the fact. Yeah, that's it. I'm a lifelong Spurs fan. We've won literally 3 trophies in my lifetime. But when an Arsenal fan tries to tell me that they're better than us, I just want to kill them. I won't have it.
He's a good lad, Harris. He comments on a lot of my videos, Harris. Always good comments.
Oh, fantastic. That is a bloody good comment, though. He's nailed it there. Arsenal fans are the weirdest fans in the world. Invincibles. I call them the Invisibles. Can't do it on the big stage. Absolute butlers. Yeah, it's true, though. Even Spurs have won more European trophies than Arsenal. That's a fact.
Well, you see, that's quite a big to say. Arsenal are absolute bottlers. And I know I'm a Spurs fan, but Spurs do have a history for bottling big games.
Oh God, yeah. Semis,
They do have a big
final.
history for it. And as much as it pains me, a few years back, Arsenal were a good team. Certainly when they had the Invincibles, they were a good team. Would I call Arsenal absolute bottlers? Cool. As a Spurs fan, I think that's a tough call to call Arsenal bottlers.
Yeah, there's one thing Spurs fans can't throw at anyone is bottling. But what I will say is at least we're in the position to bottle it. There's not many clubs apart from the big four with all the money that get bottles anymore. But Spurs keep sneaking their way in there.
Yeah,
and losing, granted, but we get Thomas has put a link in for Chris's channel there. So if you're not subscribed, press the
click
button.
on that link. Click. I'd love to get up to 500. 500 subscribers. I'd be so delighted. I'm close.
What are you on now?
I think I'm on about 470, maybe.
Oh, we could do that. We could do that tonight. If you've not subscribed to Chris's Beer Reviews, literally just fly over there now and just bang, subscribe.
Click on that link.
Click on the link. Subscribe now. If you like your beer reviews, a proper good beer reviewer, go subscribe now. Do it.
To get to 500 for me would be amazing. That would be amazing. I know, the likes of yourself and many others are on thousands and 2,000 plus, but for me to get to 500 would mean a huge amount. That'd be amazing. So yeah, go and subscribe.
Subscribe. Do it. Subscribe now. It makes sense. Go do it. Make a man very happy. If we get to 500 subscribers tonight, that would be awesome.
That would be ridiculous if we achieve that. That'd be amazing.
That would be wicked. Is it sexist to call it a working man's club? If it was a working woman's club, they'd be outraged, wouldn't they?
Well, wouldn't they just?
They wouldn't like that. That's all.
Working man clubs have been around for years, haven't they? That's always what they've been known as.
Exactly.
Always been known as a working man's club. Yeah, no.
Women want that. Dave says, my spoons have guest beers of one night, They also now have Leffe Blonde on tap at $3.49 a pint. You were telling me about that, weren't you?
Yeah, I was. Yeah. $3.49 a pint for a Leffe.
What was it?
That could definitely be the new Stella wife beater in Witherspoons.
Definitely. No one talks about that, do they? Everyone drinks these big craft beers now, 8% double IPAs, and no one bats an eyelid. People were drinking 5.2% Stella back in the day, and it turned it into a wife beater. So, come on. Who subscribed to Chris's Beer Reviews? Have we done it? Have we subscribed? Have we got his number up?
Get in there and subscribe, people.
474 we're up to now. 474. Do it. Hit the button. Subscribe. Let's get Chris up to 500 tonight.
Do it, people. Do it.
We can do this. What's black and white rolling down a hill? Newcastle supporter.
You see, I don't buy into a lot of the football hatred, but I'd have no issues with laughing at watching Newcastle go down with their most richest club in the world. But I like Eddie Howe. But yeah, I'd have no issues watching Newcastle drop.
Now would be the best time for them to get relegated. Now they've got the money. Now would be the best time for them to get relegated. It'd be brilliant. It would be brilliant. Remember the days of Chelsea with Paul Furlong?
Oh my God, Paul Furlong.
I bet Chelsea fans don't remember that. They only started supporting them in the last 10 years.
So now that you're living over this neck of the woods, Paul, are you going to show some love for Luton Town?
No. Absolutely not.
I mean, I've worked. I don't live in Luton, but I've worked in Luton for the last 12 years, and so I can't help but have a little bit of love for Luton. Yeah, when I grew up in North London, when I said to my mum I'm going to support Spurs, My mum was like, no, support Watford. Support Watford. I'm like, well, Watford aren't in London. They're Hertfordshire.
Exactly. They don't count. They don't count. I've spent enough time in Luton to know that I want nothing to do with it. So I'm already living too uncomfortably close to it. I definitely have no love for that football club or that town.
You're so close to the border, it's ridiculous. You're almost part of Luton.
Yeah, technically, yeah. I'm far too close. Far too close. Out of the bag for the shopping.
For bread and slippers.
I didn't ask Jimmy. You know, it's a non-gender specific working people's club.
You can't call it a working man's club a non-gender specific working people's club, can you? It's never going to work.
Absolutely not. It's like you get the multi-gender toilets in schools now. That weirds me out a little bit. Have we really got to that stage now? Really?
Yeah. And swimming pools do it as well, don't they? Swimming pools, it's all the same changing room. I don't know.
Oh, really?
It's all a bit weird.
I don't know. I don't know where we're going with it. Like, how far do we keep going with it? It's weird.
It's gone too far, isn't it? In my mind, it's gone too far. All of it's gone too far.
I think so. Bram's going to Sam Smith's pub, so no phones, no swearing, no singing, just drinking. You have to be really well behaved in the Sam Smith's pub.
Yeah, you do, don't you?
Is that how it works? You've got to be a proper distinguished gentleman to drink in one of them.
Have you not been to a Sam Smith's pub?
I've been to a Sam Smith's pub. Smuff.
If you want to go on Sam Smith's muff, that's absolutely
say the word, Sam Smith's Smuff. I went to the Sam Smith's pub just off of Trafalgar Square, and the name escapes me. And it was quite rowdy in there, from what I remember.
Yeah, well, they hit the press, didn't they, a couple of years back, Sam Smith's muffs, for banning literally anything but talk. And even if you did talk, you had to be careful what you said.
Wow.
Very bold move for a pub.
Goodness me, that's not good, is it? You don't want that. You've been told how you can behave in a boozer.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Sounds perfect. Apparently, inflation is going up to, what's that, 0.5%? So his energy hopefully doesn't affect the price of beer. God, everything's going up in it at the moment. It's scary. It is scary what they're trying to do to us at the moment.
Yeah.
Up the Southerners. Alex never had a Brewdog beer. You're not really missing much, mate.
You're not missing much.
I still have my Christmas tree up. Can't be asked to take it down.
Right.
Anyway. It's a good point. Jim says, what's up, Tony? Catching up with all this lot. Let me catch up. Let me get with it. Alex, upside down face. Slager's illegal in North Carolina. Pamela Anderson is unreal. She was unreal back in the day. Wow, just wow.
Yeah.
Pamela Anderson, world class.
She certainly was.
She was stunning, wasn't she?
She was.
Stunning. Tom's got a 15% beer. Maybe for my birthday, I'll drink it.
What is that 15% beer, Thomas? What is it?
We gotta know. Matt Hall's got the Stay Out from Charlie Rebel, the 18% one.
I've seen one review of that. It was all right. But yeah, 18%. That's a big percentage for a beer.
I'm not sure I trust Tiny Rebel with an 18% beer, to be honest.
No, not sure. No.
Not for me. Speaking of which, I'm dry again. So I'm going to pour this stout because I'm in the mood for one now.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm going to get the stout. Next review, second review. What's there? It's right in front of me.
Della Peanut.
Peanut milk stout, 4.5%. It's quite a light ABV, isn't it?
It is for a stout, really.
What's it say? The latest addition to our Della theme. Series Della Peanut is a peanut milk stout, 4.5%, smooth and creamy from added lactose sugar. Expect sweet chocolate, caramel flavours, finished off with a decadent nutty edge. Squirrels, nuts, the jokes write themselves. Yeah.
I do wonder with the whole Della Nut theme is they've done so many Della Nut stouts. How much further can they push it? Because they've done quite a few Della Nuts, and I've reviewed or certainly had every single Della Nut type stout they've had. And I do wonder if they're going to run out of steam on it.
Run out of ideas, yeah.
But it is a peanut stout, which I do like. And if they keep producing them and they keep working, then happy days. But there's quite a few in the range now.
It's quite light, isn't it? As soon as I poured that, obviously I know it's a 4.5%, but it looks thin. It's dark brown as opposed to jet black. You can actually see the light.
Yeah, you can. Right towards the bottom, about here, you start to get a bit of light. And I love Mad Squirrel. You know, they're local to the pair of us. We've always been a big fan of them, but I have wondered how long they can keep pushing the Della series, whether they'll run out. And my head's gone. My head has gone.
It's vanished. One's hanging around for the time being.
Yeah, see, mine might look like on camera that there's a finger of that, but I can't tilt it enough. But in the middle, it's gone, completely gone. And this is my concern with them, whether they might have gone too far or done too many, but we'll soon find out.
It's got a really interesting aroma.
I think out of all the Della Nut series they've done, it's probably the weakest aroma.
I think it's definitely the thinnest in terms of the pour that I've had.
It does look thin. I know it's only 4.5%, so I've got to take that into account, but it is thin.
It looks thin. It's really carbonated. You can hear the bubbles absolutely fizzing away on it.
And I've got no doubt we've both got cans from exactly the same batch because we bought it from exactly the same place.
Yeah.
071022.
Yeah, exactly the same one. The aroma
is not bad.
It's sweet. Sweet. It's a combination of sweetness, sugar, and roasted peanuts.
Yeah, the peanut's not massive for me. The peanuts there's definitely a sweetness.
Yeah. Slight dark fruit. It's a bit jammy. It's almost like a jam sort of aroma going on with it.
Yeah, I do get that. I'm a bit concerned on this aroma.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that.
And it might go with my theory of have they run out of ideas with the Della Nut series?
Well, possibly. I'm going to get stuck in anyway. Cheers.
Oh, that's thin.
It's far too thin.
Oh, that is thin. Yeah, for me, that's my worry. My worry has just been confirmed on the taste. It's too fizzy as well. Too carbonated.
It's too thin. It's too carbonated.
Stouts should not be that carbonated. Dark fruits. I get the dark fruits on the flavour. The peanuts aren't bold. The peanut is really muted.
This is going to sound weird. It sounds like I've just taken a drag on a cigarette.
No, I get that. It's got that ashiness, isn't it?
Yeah.
That not such a good ashiness.
No, it's not. It's not. Yeah, it's like a roasted malt, but it tastes like it was burnt, like a burnt malt.
Yeah, I've spoken about ashiness on stouts and on beers before, and sometimes it can be quite a nice thing, but this is more of a cigarette type ashiness, burntness.
Yeah.
It's far too thin. Far too thin.
There's just not enough to it. To the point where, for me, the strongest characteristic is that cigarette taste.
Yeah, it is, and you get that cigarette taste more once it's gone out your mouth. Once you've swallowed it, that lingering flavour in your mouth, is a bit cigarette-like. Yeah. And it's been many years since I've had a cigarette, but that's what it is like.
There is. There's a lingering sort of roasted bitterness to it, and it is slightly. It's like I say, it's a combination of milky coffee, dark chocolate, and cigarette smoke. It's very odd, but like you said, it's too thin. It's too carbonated.
I'm struggling to pick out. I know we all taste things differently, but I'm not even getting a milkiness to it.
I was about to say the same thing. Where's the milk?
Yeah, there is no milk in that. To call that a milk stout, there's no milk to that.
No, it says it's got oats and lactose in it. I mean, that's got to be the thinnest beer that I can remember with oats and lactose in it.
Yeah, I can't. For a beer that's got oats and lactose in it, I'm not getting that. I'm just not getting it. There's nowhere near enough peanut. No. The peanut is ridiculous. I get dark fruits. I do get dark fruits, but I'm doing my silly hand swapping that I do on most of my videos. But the peanut, I just don't get the peanut. No. The peanut is not anywhere near enough.
No, there is a very, very subtle, nutty roasted malt element to it. But I can't get away from that. That's like someone who's just blown smoke into my mouth.
Yeah.
That's what I can taste.
And it's quite dry as well. I find it really quite dry. I'm kind of like sucking my cheeks to try and find some moisture to add to that milkiness that just isn't there. Yeah. For something that claims to be a milk stout, there's no milk in that whatsoever.
No, there's not enough body. There's not enough body on it. It's too thin. It's too thin.
I know it's 4.5%, but I've had better at 4.5%. And it's not very often like this Mad Squirrel, but for me that's not a good beer from Mad Squirrel, and it just sums up what I said as we're about to open it, is how much further can they take the Della Nut series, because they've done many beers under that Della Nut series, and I was worried that they'd run out of ideas, and for me that's run out. They've run out of ideas on that.
So it's got Goldings hops and Hercules, however you pronounce that, Hercules hops in it. The Hercules and the Goldings hops. It's got malted barley, oats, lactose, cocoa, hops, and yeast.
Cocoa.
So I'm getting the slightest bit of a milky chocolate vibe at the back end to it, but not.
I mean that's slight. I don't get it. I don't rate that at all. I don't rate that at all from Mad Squirrel. And I love Mad Squirrel. I think they make some great beers. I mean that Talus was incredible. Yeah. But I think they've reached the end of the line for me with the Della series.
I think the original Della Nut was lovely. Yeah. The first one they did, first iteration of it was lovely. But yeah, I think you might be on. It's just thin. It's thin. There's not enough body for it to be a milk stout.
There's no milkiness to that. I mean, I haven't read the ingredients, but did you say they've put lactose and oats in? There's lactose and oats.
Yeah, it's meant to be oats and lactose in it, and there's not enough body on it for there to be oats or lactose in that for me.
No, nowhere near. And it's just not got enough peanuts. How much peanut are you picking out of that? Because I'm not picking much at all.
Nah, barely. There's a very slight roasted malt that kind of resembles a nuttiness to it, but not enough.
And that's exactly it, isn't it? That's exactly the point. It's the roasted malts that are trying to kind of give you that peanut feel. And that's poor. I'm going to go big here. I'm going to go as far as to say that's probably the worst Mad Squirrel beer I've had.
It's certainly the worst
It's just not good. It's as dry as a red wine for me.
Yeah,
Red wine dries your mouth out, and that's drying my mouth out like a red wine. It's just, and that's not what a milk stout should do. A milk stout shouldn't dry your mouth out like that.
No.
It'd be creamy and smooth, and it's not doing it.
As soon as I started pouring it, I was like, I can see through it.
Yeah.
It was like almost like a dark amber rather than black, and it kind of took on like a brown ale.
Yeah.
That is more you know what I'm going to say. That is more of a brown ale than a milk stout, if I'm honest.
I'd absolutely agree with that. And I know I've drunk most of it.
Do you know what the thing? It's not horrible. Like, it's not throwaway quality, but it's not a good milk stout.
It's not milk stout.
It would make a bloody good brown ale though. So there you go. So if anyone from brown ale, anyone from Mad Squirrel's watching, do a brown ale. You've nailed it.
It is a brown ale. I'll give you that. It's not a milk stout. If they drop the word milk, they need to drop the word milk, because that is not a milk stout. Nowhere near a milk stout.
No, that is a slightly nutty brown ale for me.
That's exactly what it is. It's a brown ale.
Yeah.
It's not a milk stout. And I think, I know I keep going back to it, but I said it as we were opening it. They've run out of ideas on the Delicate series, so end it. Leave it alone now. Go back to doing the other Della Nut stuff. But they've gone too far, and it just lacks that peanut. I love a good peanut stout, but that's not no.
Yeah, I think it's more of it. If that said peanut brown ale on it rather than peanut milk stout,
yeah,
I'd be like, yeah, do you know what? That's a good beer. They've put the wrong words on it.
Yep. No, it's poor. I'm not happy with that.
It's not a stout. It's just way too thin. It's way too thin.
Way too thin.
Way too thin. Too carbonated.
Yeah.
Right. I've got to go break the seal now, so I'm going to leave you in charge. Good luck.
What are we up to on the comments? So we've got Matt Holt, Tiny Rebel, Stay Out. I got that. How many people are still watching? I can't see how many people are still watching. I've got no idea how many people are still watching. And we've got Matt Holt saying, Tiny Rebel. Matt Holt, I'm trying to find your comments, see if I can catch up with the comments, but I don't know where they are. Try my hardest. My Paul's gone to break the seal. I don't know. I don't know where the comments are, people. I don't know where we are. I'm scrolling up them. I can see Mark's beer reviews is in, and we haven't got down to those. Neil Long, he's put a super chat in, so I don't want to go past Neil Long's super chat, because that's very kind of you, and Paul needs to see the super chats. So what are people? There's a lot of comments from Mark's beer reviews. Always good to see Mark in. But I'm trying to get back to Matt Hall. There we are. So So Chris has said slager. The word slag mixed with lager equals lager. I think I worked that out, to be fair. Chris was saying, Paul, I'm promoting my beer in the chat. I'll give you a percentage, mate. Don't worry. You've got to promote your beer, mate. Why wouldn't you promote your beer? Get in there and promote your beer. David Wilson still have a sink of the Bismarck at 41%. 41%. Shit the bed. And subscribe to my channel. Subscribe. Everyone, subscribe. Captain is saying, for me, the Patronus Weiss beer from Lidl is good. Not a fan of Belgian beers, but that is good enough for me. Yeah, the Patronus Weiss is supposed to be all right. Not had it. Don't think I have, but maybe I should. Jim's got a 12% Dogfish, 120 minute IPA, 8 years old. 8 years old. Cracking. Get that open, Jim. Let us know what that's all about. Captain Meets Adventures is saying, Jimbo Cop, are you saying that Pammy used to be a man after the op? Great comment. Jimmy Guitarist, I think I've said this before on here, but I was drinking Special Brew on a building site all day long. Hang on a minute, Jimmy Guitarist. You were drinking Special Brew on a building site all day long about a month ago. Holy shit. That's some good going on a building site, to be fair. Mark's beer reviews, he's saying, evening Schlegs, evening Mike, how are you? I can see Paul's back. Paul, I am up to Mark's beer reviews where he says, evening Schlegs. If you can pick it up from there, feel free to do so.
Mark's in, is he? Where's he at? What was the time on that one?
8:35. Mark saying, evening Schlegs, evening Mark.
Evening, you Schleg. How you doing, Marky boy?
I literally did everything up to that point.
Happy days.
Evening Schlegs.
How are you, Mark? Mark is in. Bang. Lovely. Evening, you Schlegs. How you doing, Mark? Hope you're well, mate. Brown says, did they hop it for 120 minutes or brew it for 120 minutes or hop as normal? Who is it? Is it Aberdale? Aberdale have done a beer. They called it the 100-minute IPA or something, haven't they? Where they brewed it as quick as they possibly could and then let the fermentation do the rest of the work. And apparently,
never been a fan of Aberdale. I've done a few of Aberdale's beers, and they just didn't do it for me, and I left them alone. Didn't quite. Yeah, never a big fan of Aberdale. Their cans look great. Their can art is brilliant.
Oh, yeah,
their beers. I've never rated.
Definitely. No, I do fancy that IPA though to see what that one's about because I've never reviewed an Aberdale IPA or Aberdale beer for any beers for that matter. But what are we doing? Dave's saying hi to Mark. Thomas saying hi, Mark. Goes all the special bro. Lots of evening, lads. Sexy car park loving Ewok. He is a car park loving Ewok.
I've got to open another beer, Paul.
I'm already planning my next beer now after that disappointment.
I can't take any more of that. I've got to open something else.
Mad Squirrel, let us down. You've let us down.
They have let us down, which is a shame.
Look at the colour of it. You can't see the bit. It's not black. It's like translucent. It's weird. It's a brown ale. It's a brown ale. It's not a stout. On the Play Brew Co. High Roller Double Dry Hot Pale Galaxy and Citra. That's a good combination. Anything with Citra in it, I'm on board. Where are you going for, Chris?
But what I am going to do is I'm going to give Mad Squirrel the benefit of the doubt, and I'm going to open another Mad Squirrel beer, and I'm going to go for the one that's in Sainsbury's. It's the Alfonso Mango New England IPA.
Ooh, I've not had that one.
Yeah, I give that a punt. Because, we've both been fans of Mad Squirrel, and I suppose they were always going to do a beer that we weren't going to like. So I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Go for a mango.
That was spectacular.
That was good. That was brilliant.
Lovely.
Absolutely brilliant.
And then I had that, which is still tasting fantastic, but I believe that was just a limited run. The Silver Fern, New Zealand.
Have you had the black IPA from Mad Squirrel?
Yeah, what's it called? Midnight? Something?
Yeah, Midnight. That's it.
Yeah, I had that. That was quite good. That
Yeah.
wasn't bad. I quite like a black IPA, but
well, that's better. That's better. Move that away.
Oh God, yeah, Davis just second it. It says Sierra Nevada get that peanut butter narwhal to the UK. I will buy all of it. Just saying, David, you got to get in there quick because I'm having all of it. That'll be incredible. Mark saying evening to everyone. F you, Chris. High top stocks. Sierra Nevada beers are worth a try. Yeah, I've not had a bad Sierra Nevada beer. The only one Sierra Nevada beer that I wasn't overly fussed about was the Tropical Torpedo. But then I've spoken to other people who said they really liked it. So, but apart from that, I think they're all fantastic. The pain losing your best player. Inflation's through the roof. It certainly is.
Yeah.
Certainly a good prospect. Only age to have for the games. I'm Jimmy from Watford. Apparently in the Midwest in America.
I'm going to twist the beer for a wee again.
Oh, mate.
Once the seal's broken.
That's it. Game over. Founders of a cinnamon vanilla version of the KBS. Haven't tried it though. I have seen that, Jim. I am tempted. You can get it over here, the cinnamon one. I might try it, but I still get it. I shot my shoulder. It's giving me some shit today. What I've done to it. Hi, from Jim. Tuesday, hello to Mark. A toffee porter to have. Ooh, sounds all right. Toffee porter. Turning Points Disco King. New Walnuts, that one. Mark says hello to Jim. His name is Jasper Beard. His inspiration for Lager was that slags are everywhere. So is Lager, so why not mix the two and take over the beer market? Dear Slager. Whiteman showing the surnames of two of the founders. Well, there you go. 70% Russian Imperial Stout in the fridge, saving that for some sort of special occasion. So I've got beers that I'm saving, but I'm not really sure what I'm saving them for. I've got like Fuller's vintage beers in the garage that I've had for about 4 years, and I don't know what I'm saving them for. I need to just drink them because I'll end up aging them too long, and they won't be any good anymore. I should just get one and drink it. That's what I should do. Full of slags, by the slags. Great taste, finest quality. Chris, you've got to do this, man. You've bigged it up too much. You've got to brew it. Everyone chatting away. Look at these overseas legends. Hey, Joey's in. How you doing, Joey? How are you, buddy? You finished work yet, mate? Have you finished? Jimmy still drinks Holster, mainly because it was a drink my dad drank during the 90s. Still all right, though. See, I still think Holster Bills is decent. Flying, I support everyone. Say thanks. Yeah, say Mark's beer reviews. Everyone's been helping him out. The community is taking him in, made him one of our own, just like that. Paul looks like a bald Kiefer Sutherland. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I'll take it though. I'll take it. But it's an observant. Yeah, that's his observation. I'll take it. I'll take it.
A bald Kiefer Sutherland.
I don't know what to say to that. Don't know how to respond. I don't know how to respond. I've been called worse. I've been called. Someone said I look like Keith Lemon. I was proper upset when someone said that. Jim says, I wish Miller Brewing would bring back Low and Brow to the States. You can get that in your office as well, can't you, Chris? Low and Brow.
You can. Yeah.
They had the Oktoberfest one in there as well.
Yeah, they did.
Mark says, I'm slowly starting to wonder if I can grow my hair and sell it to the other beer tubers. I'll have some, Mark, if you sell it, mate. I'll have some.
I like my bald head. I've got no issues. I accept it. I've got no issues.
I'm worried about. I've kind of stopped. I'm not going bald. I'm thinning, but I'm not really going bald. My issue is that on the sides of my head, it's going grey.
Hang on a minute. How can you say you're not going bald? Have you looked at it?
It's not. It's just thin. Look at it. There's loads. There's loads of hair. That's not bald.
Yeah, when it's thin, it means you're going bald.
No, it's different. It's different.
These parts and this part, so on here and here, these bits grow like fucking Billy-O. But this.
Let's have a look at Chris's head. Let's look at my head. Well, I've got hair. Chris has no hair.
But the moment a man says they're going thin, that's when you've got to accept you're bald.
It's happening. It's happening. There's nothing I can do about it. It's happening. It is what it is, man. It's not good. Why? I don't know. That's the thing, though. I've got hairs going from my head, but it's growing with vengeance everywhere else. I just don't understand. Don't get it.
But you can grow a good beard. It takes me ages to grow a good beard. Shaving
is the key. Just keep shaving it.
My son is 17 and he can grow a better beard than I can. I don't think he's mine. I'm convinced he's not mine. I'm 5'8". He's over 6 foot. Can't be mine.
Bloody hell. Start looking at the milkman thinking, hang on. What's he look like?
Why on earth are you drinking water?
Cleanse me palate. I've got to get another beer in me. Another beer. What are we going for? Oh, I know. Right. I received some beers from our friend Travis in Australia the other day. And I've got a big and hoppy beer's called Sprocket from Bent Spoke Brewing in Australia. Let's see if that one's any good. It's a very shiny can. Very shiny.
What can size is that?
That is a 375.
I was going to say it was more than 330. Yeah.
Yeah. What do they call it? They call it a schooner. Yeah, a schooner. 7%.
Oh, 7%.
I had another beer from them. I reviewed it the other day, and it's just won Australia's #1 craft beer for the 2nd year running.
Did you have the? I don't know if you still do Beer 52. I haven't done for a while. One of my last was their Australian box, and I found that a bit disappointing.
Yeah. They had a few breweries that I've spoken to Travis. He was familiar with some of the breweries, but his general opinion was that they're not great.
No.
So, like I say, I've got Travis. Travis sends me beers from Australia.
Good man.
And he sent me stuff from these guys. Ben spoke before, and he sent me stuff from a brewery called Deeds. And I'm like, I'm drinking these beers from Australia, and they are much better than anything that I got in the Beer 52 Australia. I'm the same, and I'm thinking they're having us on, aren't they? Really, with a bit. So I am actually I get a box every 2 months. I cut it down because I wasn't happy with the quality, but I like the range. I like the fact that I get beers from places I've never had it before. But it's getting to the point now where I'm like, do you know what? I would rather spend that 30 odd quid on a brewery of my choice.
Yeah.
You know, once a month, go to a brewery I've not had anything from before. I just order a load of their beer and try it. You know, I'd rather do that. So,
I think I'm pretty sure it was the Australian box that done it for me, because I've got a friend that's an Aussie, and she said that those beers you're reviewing, they're just not what the craft beer scene in Australia is all about. So, and that was enough. And the fact that everything was 330ml cans, I know the Aussie beers were that size can that you've got, but that just done it for me. And I have this subscriber box from Lord's Brewing, and I don't really think ever about cancelling that, because I know the Lord's Brewing beers are quality beers, and they're always just great fridge fillers, and I'm quite happy to drink them all the time. But with Beer 52, I know they're from various countries, whatever, but they just didn't do it for me, so I binned it. But the only subscriber box I've ever kept is my Lord's, because the beers are fucking brilliant, and I'm quite happy to drink them every single time they turn up. But I did get fed up with Beer 52.
That's it though, isn't it? If you like a beer, if you like the brewery in general, the beers are pretty good. You don't mind, like I say, keeping that subscription. Me personally, I've never had a subscription to a particular brewery. I'm tempted, but it's you want value for money at the end of the day, and it's if the beer's no good, you're not getting it. So.
And that's what I like with Lord's, because every time the beer box turns up, it might be the same as the month before, but they're still good beers. And they're good beers that I like drinking and I can have in the fridge. Because a lot of the time with the beers in my fridge, I pull one out and I think, I should really review this. I should review it rather than drink it. But with the Lord's, I'm quite happy to just drink away and not have to think, oh, I've cracked a beer, I should review it. They're just bloody good beers. So that's why I've always kept my Lord's Brewing subscription, because they're just good beers and they're easy drinking. So I'm quite happy with it. I'm quite happy to keep it going.
Yeah, no, that's it. You can, if you find a winning thing, like I say, you don't mind paying for it, But what I like doing is I try to once a month I try to go and put an order in, either at Trembling Madness or at an obscure brewery that I've just heard of, and buy a load of beer. I just try all these different beers and to see if they're any good. But it's I think I'm going to cancel the Beer 52 thing, and then I can probably order do 2 beer deliveries a month. But it's I do get a little bit bored with the stuff you get in the supermarkets, and the Beer 52 thing's a little bit underwhelming now. So it's and they got to make a profit, haven't they? So it's
absolutely. Trembling Madness, I love. Trembling Madness, I have so many orders with them. They know me by name.
They're an incredible place, though, aren't they? The range they've got is incredible.
They are, and they sent me an order last month, and I ordered one beer, and they sent me the wrong one. So I emailed them saying, "Look, just put an order in with you, and you've sent me it was a Vocation beer. You sent me the wrong one." They didn't email me back. They phoned me. And then when they phoned me, they said, Hello, Chris. It's Trembling Madness. We know you put a lot of orders in with us. We got it wrong. We'll correct that. Please don't leave us. I had no intention of leaving them.
Yeah.
And they completely made it up to me. And their customer service is ridiculous, but their range is phenomenal. I mean, at least once a month, I put a good old order in with Trembling Madness.
Yeah,
their range is ridiculous.
the thing that gets me with Trembling Madness is customer service and speed of service as well. You put an order with them, I've never had to wait more than 2 days for it.
Well, no, generally, if you put an order in before 1 p.m., it's on your doorstep the next day.
Yeah, that's mad. That's mad. I put an order in with Verdant. I ordered some beers of Verdant last week. And it was the same thing. I had it the next day. I ordered it 11 o'clock on the Tuesday morning, and it was with me the next morning, Wednesday morning. And I'd done that specifically because I was waiting for an IPA that they released on that day, and I literally got it the following. I did a review of a double IPA they released, and it literally went into the can the day before.
Yeah, that's it.
I've got another one in the fridge. I'm going to let it settle because it was too fresh. It was almost too fresh. Yeah. Ridiculous.
Yeah, it was canned on the 26th, and you reviewed it on the 27th, didn't you?
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I was like, I know it was released that day, but I couldn't believe they canned it that morning. That's obscene. That is obscene. I've never had anything like it.
It is obscene.
Chris says, Paul's the only Spurs fan I get along with. Oh, and Chris, even though I've only been for 10 minutes. So can't believe John is a Real Madrid supporter. Talk about glory hunter. My wife's a Real Madrid supporter. She lived in Madrid for a couple of years, Abby, and she became the family she was working for were big Real Madrid fans. So she is essentially a Real Madrid fan. So I don't mind though, because every time we go to Madrid, I get to watch Real Madrid play. It's great. So I've got a soft spot for them. I'm definitely Real Madrid over Barcelona, me, unfortunately. Any Chelsea fans remember the club being sold for £1? They won't remember that. Tom says 40 likes. We're on 40 likes. That's fantastic. That's awesome. I'll take that. Yeah, Captain Meat spot on there. They got 12 draws that season. It's a myth. Kevin W says I've subscribed. Fantastic.
Cheers, Kev W. This Mad Squirrel beer, this Alfonso, has got an horrendous hot burn to it.
Oh, really?
And it's burning my throat. It's proper burning my throat.
What's the ABV on that one?
5.8, but it is really burning. It's proper burning my throat, that is.
They do like that number, don't they? That 5.8. That was their. Did you have Splash?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
That was one of my beers of the year. That beer was outstanding. And I was drinking that on keg. I went to the tap room at St Albans, and I had 2 pints of it, and I thought to myself, that's going straight to my head. And then I looked at the ABV, and I thought, bloody hell! No wonder it's going straight to my head. But it was so drinkable, just dangerously drinkable. And that, where's it gone? That reminded me a little bit of that. It's just really juicy, smooth, easy drinking, and that's 5.2.
I've got to admit, I am really struggling with that. The hot burn is horrendous. It really is horrendous. It literally is burning my throat, that hot burn on that. And, that's probably been in a can a while, and probably been on Sainsbury's shelf a while, but that has really got a hot burn. My throat in here is really feeling that.
It's kicking you in the back of the throat, that one.
Yeah. I'll drink it, but it's burning.
Love it. Alan Sharple says, used to get really annoyed about the wife beater title as I brewed Stella for a living 30 years brewing and distilling industry. Oh, wow.
Yeah, see, I've never bought into the wife beater theory with Stella, because before I got into craft beers, Stella was the main beer I drank. And I could drink Stella all night long. but it never made me want to go home and beat the shit out of the missus.
No,
Never.
not at all.
Oh, mate.
Not at all. I don't get that. It's just obviously alcohol, and alcohol affects people differently, doesn't it? I guess, but nah. Well, what can you do? John says Millennium Stadium for the Welsh Rugby to stop rowdy drunks have stopped selling Heineken at 5% and moved to 4.1 Amstel. Are they really? That's a bit of a shame. They sell Heineken. What else they sell? They sell like brand stuff, Welsh ale.
Can you remember years ago when Heineken used to be in a 330ml can?
Yeah, you can still get them, can't you?
Oh, can you?
Yeah, I'm sure you can still get the 330ml Heinekens.
I remember that in my youth, probably when I was about 13, 14. I used to stay at my mate's house, and he used to go and sort of say to his mum and dad, "Do you mind if we have a can of Heineken?" And it was a 330, and it was about 5%.
Blimey. That's the thing. I still don't mind the Heineken. I don't mind an Amstel either, to be honest with you. If you can get the Dutch stuff, it's really good.
Yeah.
The 4.1 stuff ain't the best, but if you get it in a bar that looks after it, it's good.
Yeah.
Newcastle may be rich, but got a small club mentality. Going for Eddie Howe. Yeah, it's a bit of an underwhelming appointment, but there wasn't really anyone else available, was there, when they went for him? Chris drinking his beer, looking into the horizon, thinking, "Oh, Pamela Anderson, she was a sort."
She was a sort. She really was a sort.
She probably still is. I don't know what she looks like nowadays. She's probably still tidy now and then. David Rogan says, just tried the Della Nut and the Della Creme. Not particularly keen on either. Disappointed with both. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. I'd like Della Nut. I'm pretty sure I enjoyed Della Nut.
Della Creme was all right.
Yeah, they did a Della Whip as well, didn't they? Was that a big one?
Della Whip was good. Della Whip was walnut, wasn't it? Walnut whip.
That's right.
Basically,
Yeah.
walnut whip. Chocolate. That was all right. Della Walnut, whatever it was called. That was pretty decent. I did enjoy that.
I'm wondering if there were Jester hops in it. Stouts you're drinking, a hop can give tobacco flavours. Nah, there was no Jester in it. It was Hercules and Goldings that were the hops in that one.
But it wasn't good.
Nah, it wasn't good at all, that one, unfortunately. Matt's in. Evening, bud. How you doing, Matt?
Evening, Matt.
Dave says, enjoying the South beer from Tesco, Pavlova Pastry Stout. Is that the new one that's gone in this week?
I think there's a few gotten into Tesco's, isn't there, this week? I haven't ventured out to Tesco's, but I have heard there's a Pavlova pastry sour.
See, I'm not massive on sours.
Oh, see, I am. I love a sour. Love a good sour.
I don't know. I struggle with them. I don't see the point. They don't taste like beer for me.
Yeah, that's the thing with sours, isn't it? You've got to get it out of your mind that it's not a beer, because they're not beers. They're not beers at all. And if you can get past that and understand them for what they are, they're very interesting beers. Well, beers. They're not beers. I agree. Sours are not beers.
Yeah,
but they're interesting.
As a beer reviewer, I need to be reviewing more sours because they're getting more and more popular. I have to get past it, but I'm just like,
get past it. You've got to get past it. The moment you open it, as soon as you open it and pour it into a glass, just tell yourself this isn't a beer. It's a sour. They're incredible. There's some incredible sours out there. I absolutely love sours, but you've got to forget that it's a beer, because it ain't a beer. If you want to come in from work, you get in from work and you think, I need a beer, don't open a sour.
Yeah.
Never open a sour when you want a beer, because it ain't going to give you that feel.
That's it. You want that bitterness. You want that little bit of bitterness, that little bit of crispness at the back end. And with a sour, you don't get it.
No, you don't.
It's more of a soft drink for me, a sour. Yeah. I don't know. I might try it. I'll give you a percentage of the sales. Oh, you got it, mate. Yeah. Been promoting it. Chris, I'm Scottish, by the way. That's why I love Susan Boyle. I live in London, and every morning I play some Susan Boyle to motivate me for the day. Susan Boyle, of all the people you could choose in the morning to get you going. Slag Brew. Friend got knocked down by a steam train the other day. He was chuffed to bits. Oh dear.
I can't drink anymore of that Alfonso.
You done with that one as well?
I can't drink it. It's literally burning my throat to bits. It is awful.
Oh dear. So what have you got left? You got plenty left in your fridge, haven't you?
Oh my God, my fridge is huge of beers at the minute. But I've got to get something else. If you're happy to keep going, I'm going to open something else.
Yeah, we'll keep going. I'm in my drinking rhythm now, so
Cool.
keep going.
I'm going to go and get rid of that. I'm just going to disappear out of shop.
All right. Sean Dyche. John looks like the Big Show. The Big Show. What's buying her today? Cost 62p for a 330ml bottle. That can't be bad, can it? Mr. Ronald Dizzy says, always drink a pint of water in between beers. Stops you getting a headache in the morning. Yeah. I do need to drink more water. I've been told I need to drink more water, so I'm trying. I am trying.
I drink a lot of water.
Butter. Steiner Kronbacher, big up yourself for drinking premium beer. You should try Slugger. Do you lads remember that tune, Place Your Hands by Reef? That was a good tune. Oh, place your arms. Tina Turner, Private Dancer, that was a good song as well.
Oh, it's a great song.
Great song. Mark Knopfler wrote that. Mark Knopfler. Genius. What's got? Silver Spur.
I love Silver Spur.
That is a bitter bastard of a beer, isn't it?
Oh, it's proper bitter. It's proper. But I love it.
A lot of people on the Warsteiner tonight love the stuff. Great value. It is a terrific beer, isn't it? Terrific beer.
Warsteiner's great. You can get a 6-pack of Warsteiner in Aldi now for quite cheap money.
Oh, really?
Mm.
I might have to try that. I haven't been to an Aldi in ages. Excuse me. But there is one down the road in Luton. Well, don't go that way.
There's one in Dunstable as well, just as quick.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
I'll have to try that one, as long as it's not in Luton. Yeah. Jamie C, welcome along, dude. It's Jamie C up in New York. How are you, sir? I hope you're well. Dave saying hello to Jamie. Chris saying hello to Jamie. Brown was saying hello to Jamie. James saying hello to Dave. Chris says, big up chocolate oranges. What a chocolate that is. Do you know what? It's true. I love Terry's chocolate orange.
Oh, you can't beat it.
Oh, love it. Like one of my favourite things in the world. But yeah. I cannot stand a chocolate orange beer. Doesn't work.
There's not many chocolate orange beers that work, are there?
And I've tried a few. I've tried a few, and they've all just failed massively for me.
I love chocolate orange, and it's got to be in the fridge as well. Terry's chocolate orange in the fridge. Happy days. But no, you're right. There's not many chocolate orange beers that work. The only one that I did like, and I can't remember the bloody name of it, was out of Ireland. I can't remember the bloody name of it. That was all right. I wish I could remember the name, but I can't. But yeah.
I'm with you. Like, put it for a second. If you just put one in your mouth, just let it melt. Let it melt in your mouth. Oh,
yeah.
Taste sensation. Chris says best way to bash open a chocolate orange is bashing it off a bottle of Slager or an Arsenal fan. That's it. Use an Arsenal fan to bash open your chocolate orange over the head, condoning violence. Jim, gotta go, mates. Great webcast, Paul and Chris. Thank you, Jim.
Cheers, Jim.
Thank you for joining us, buddy. Take care. We'll speak to you soon. Brown says hello. See you later, Jim. Enjoy the rest of your day, Jim. I went out for a bit since there's talk of strong lagers. Have you heard of the strongest beer in the world, made in Scotland, called Snake Venom? I have heard of Snake Venom.
Yeah.
68%, something like that. 300. Yeah, it's on Amazon. You can get it on Amazon, I believe. Snake Venom.
Yeah.
I am tempted to get one because it'd make a funny video, wouldn't it?
Didn't Brewdog release one as well? And it was in about a bottle about that big. It was tiny.
That's right. That's right. I think it might have actually been stronger than the snake bite, and it was actually
Yeah.
snake venom. I think the only thing with snake venom, I don't think that's a proper beer. I don't think it's an actual beer. I think it's the brewing process is slightly different with it, but it calls itself a beer. So,
I think the Brewdog one was higher than 68%.
yeah, I think it was.
Can you even call that a beer at that sort of percentage? Don't know.
Bit pricey. Port Vale. Yeah, do you know, I will. I'll do it, Alex. I will get it. I'll get a bottle of the snake venom. I will do it because I've been putting it off for ages, but I will do it. And yeah, let it kick my ass basically. Excuse me. Chris says, yeah, Madrid over Barca any day of the week. That's it. Barca got red in their kit, so I can't really warm to them. I'm not a fan of Real Madrid, but definitely a fan of Real Ale. Hey.
Absolutely.
Dave says, Chris, is the hot burn worse than the Lord Silver Spur? You're in a perfect position to answer that question right now.
I absolutely am. I don't find the hot burn on Silver Spur offensive whatsoever. I don't get hot burn off that. But that, considering that's in Sainsbury's from Mad Squirrel, that hot burn was outrageous. Silver Spur, I love it. I love how herbally it is, how bitter it is, how dry it is. I just love it. I love Silver Spur. And I hope Lords never stop making it. I love it. And it's great with a curry. Silver Spur is fantastic with a curry.
Oh, I've never had it with a curry. Now I really fancy a curry.
Yeah, it works. Silver Spur with a curry works so well.
Nice. Tom says, Chris, the high roller double dry hop pale ale is burning my throat with the hops. High roller. John, Chris, do you still get lots of National Front fanatics down at the bridge? Round packed with them during the 70s and 80s. You never find a more racist bunch of football fans than Chelsea fans.
No.
True story. Didn't they reduce Stella's percentage because of the wife beater title? Nah, they reduced it to save themselves a few quid. That's why they changed it.
Yeah, it was nothing to do with the wife beater title. Nothing to do with
That's cheap promotion for them, you know. Tom likes sours. There you
Good
go.
boy, Tom. Good boy.
Thoughts on Three Brothers beers? Three Brothers. Have I had anything from Three Brothers?
Haven't Three Brothers been in Audi or Lidl?
Three
Three Brothers done at Audi or Lidl beers? Does sound familiar to me. Maybe I'm wrong.
I'm thinking of Seven Brothers, aren't I? They're a brewery as well, aren't they? Seven Brothers.
I don't know. It might be. I feel like I've had something from Three Brothers.
Yeah.
But I can't recall what.
Yeah, I'm the same, Tom. Unfortunately, I don't know if I have. I can't say yes. I can't say no. It rings a bell, but I'm not sure why. Three Brothers beers.
It does ring a bell, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm not sure if I've had one of their beers or not.
I'll tell you what, Tom. Tell us some of the beers they've done.
Here we go. Three Brothers Sticky Toffee Porter. It's got some flavour. It's really nice, easy drinking, but very thin mouthfeel. Three Brothers.
It sounds familiar, doesn't it?
Where'd you get them, Tom? Where'd you get the Three Brothers beers? Did you get it directly from them, or did you find it in a supermarket or something?
Does sound familiar. It can't be any thinner than that.
What a disappointment that was. Damn shame. South is one of the new ones, collab by Staggeringly Good, brewed by Numbers and Yonder. Not over sour, great aroma and taste. That's the only thing with sours. A lot of them ain't all that sour, are they? Really, they're not like lip-smacking sour. It's I know Yonder do a bloody good sour. Abby likes sours, and Yonder are her favourite sour brewer.
A sour has got to literally suck your cheeks in.
Yeah.
It's got to suck them in till there's nothing left.
Like
That's a great sour.
Dip dab, sherbet dip sort of thing. It's got to be.
Yeah. It's got to,
you know,
suck the fucking life out of your mouth. It's a good sour.
Exactly. And if they don't even do that, that's why I'm like, what's the point?
Yeah.
There's no hops. There's no hop bitterness. And it's sour, but not overly so. And I'm thinking, well, it's a fail, isn't it? It's like, what's the point? As a beer style, it's not even very good. I don't get it. I don't get why people are so into them at the moment.
But if you're thinking about sour, you've got to remove the hot part of it from your brain. You've got to.
Yeah. I'm old school. This is weird, guys. I'm mixing Pepsi Max with a Lamb's Navy rum, and it's getting this super frothy head like a lager. Never happened before mixing spirits and pop. No beer was in the glass beforehand. I'm not really a big rum drinker, and if I do drink rum, I don't think I mix it with Coke normally.
And you're mixing it with Pepsi Max.
Mm.
Pepsi Max with Lamb's Navy rum. I can see why you're getting a frothy head. That I can get that, because Pepsi Max is quite frothy. Mix it with rum, it's going to increase it. But yeah, I wouldn't mix a good rum. Not that I'm saying fuck's sake, Chris. Lamb's Navy rum is not the best rum you can buy either.
No, it's like an easily obtainable one, isn't it?
Yeah, Lamb's Navy rum is like a macro beer.
Yeah.
So, yeah, nah.
Exactly that. Have you tried the Iron Brew Sour? No, but I actually, of all the sour beers, I would love to try that one from the Vault City, isn't it?
It is Vault City, and I've got to get it.
Oh,
I do, because I love Iron Brew. I love Iron Brew.
I like Iron Brew. I like Iron Brew. I imagine it would be quite nice.
I do need to get it, and I've seen it. I've seen it recently on a few beer reviews, and I've seen it, and it's something I've got to get because I love Iron Brew. I love it.
Have Trembling Madness got that one? Is there any of that left?
They might have, but it's definitely on my radar. I keep thinking I've got to get it. I've got to get it. I will get it. I will find it, Tom. I'll find it and I'll review it.
Find it. He will get it and he will kill it. It's taken, isn't it? I will find you and I will kill you.
Absolutely.
Love it. I pressed the wrong button there. Drinks with Dean. Hello, Drinks with Dean. Evening, gents. Top supermarket beers at the moment. Oh, great question.
Oh, that's a tough one.
I could find one for you right now. That is in Tesco.
That's a good beer.
That is an incredible double IPA. That's one of the best double IPAs I've ever had, and that's in Tesco for £3.50. Super beer.
It's been around a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think it came out last summer, that one.
That is a good beer.
But yeah, that's a cracker. North Brewing do really good beers, and that's a collab with Alpha Delta. If you like a double IPA, it's 8%. It's a biggie, but it is beautiful. Lovely beer. That is probably my favourite beer in the supermarket right now. Great beer.
I haven't done a lot of supermarket shopping on the beer front for a while. I know Tesco's have just brought a new range in, but Abstract Lens is bloody good. Really, really good. There's a Tesco's near us, to be fair, in Bletchley, and they always have the latest. When Tesco's release a new range of beers, the one in Bletchley releases them at least 2 weeks before they're supposed to. So I know they've released a lot recently, Tesco's, but yeah, I haven't done supermarket beers for a while.
Is that near you? Is that the big one on the corner?
Yeah, it's literally it's quite near IKEA. It'll always say Milton Keynes, but it's more Bletchley, right. And it's quite massive. And they always have, when Tesco's release a new beer range, they're always in that one at least a week before most mainstream Tesco's have gotten, at least. So I need to pay them a visit, really.
Definitely. No, I haven't bought any new beers from a supermarket for a while. Like I say, that was one of the last massively impressive ones. Was the Abstract Lens. That really impressed me for the money. It's a very good beer. But yeah, that would be my pick at the moment of supermarket beers.
It is good, Abstract Lens. Absolutely is brilliant.
Is it really 40 quid a bottle? Jesus Christ. Get a decent bottle of whiskey for that. Wow. That's
Is it really? 40 quid a bottle?
Bloody hell.
Yeah. Maybe I'll pass on that.
Right, we're going to toilet again. Hold the fort. 1 minute, Chris.
Where are you at on the comments? Tom's comment. Oh, here we go. Now I've got to fucking stroll through them, haven't I? To find Tom Stock's comment.
What are you seeing?
My son's just wandered into a room.
What are you seeing?
This is the problem. When you don't host, it's really difficult to find the comments. My son's in the background, giving it large.
Oh no, just saying hello.
You sound hello.
What are you saying?
What are you saying?
What are you seeing?
What are you saying?
What are you seeing?
Oh, good blimey. It's well a good me saying hold the fort, isn't it? But I can't even find where Paul's at. What time was that comment at? All right, so I'll try and find it. But yeah, on the supermarket beers, I've not been big on trying to find supermarket beers. Oh, we can't be that far behind. I'm going scrolling back to 807. We can't be that far behind, surely.
Surely.
Just drop down here to these new comments. Oh, I don't know where we are. I don't know where we are, people. I'll wait till Paul comes back and try and recover where we are in the comments. I've found a Tom Stocks comment and it says bet. See my son's hair? My son's just sticking his head in.
So you decide to shove your fucking thumb up my nose?
Right. This is my son.
Hello.
He's 17. He looks about 30. Look at this beard on him. He grows a bigger beard than I do.
I think you should grow yours back out.
Well, have a look at the camera.
It's not that bad.
Look at the state of this hair. Look at it.
Alright, get I look homeless. Fucking hell.
You look homeless. You're a proper grebo with all your hair. Come back. Come back. Come back. You hairy beast. Come on. Come back. Show the viewers how much hair you've got more than your dad.
Well, I don't need to get my fucking leg hair up. I
Oh,
know.
no, you don't have to swear. No.
Oh, fucking hell.
So here's my bald head. Here's my 17-year-old son.
That is a healthy mop of hair he's got on his barnet there.
Huge,
It's
Hamish,
healthy.
Hamish style beard. Look at his head. Look at him with his Hamish beard.
Just because you're jealous that I actually have hair.
Yeah, you get to my age Monday, son.
Look, right. The thing is, when you were my age, your hair was thin, mine's thick.
My hair was plenty thick. Fuck off.
You fuck off.
No, you got to tell him he's got to take a picture of you because that is his future.
Yeah, this is your future, son. I may not have a.
Just because you're both jealous that I've got a full head of hair doesn't mean you have to come at me.
I used to have hair. It was lovely as well. It was lovely.
But when I grew a beard, I didn't look like a fucking Amish.
Just because I look like an Indian.
Yeah. What is the Amish beard? All of a sudden, what is that?
Amish beards are very much this part.
Just
But
light.
yeah, it's just all around here.
And they want to grow a beard but can't quite do it yet.
Right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you're like, aren't you, boy?
Not
Yeah.
boy. Fuck off.
Well, you are a boy.
You don't fucking call me boy. It's like me going to you. You're an old man.
I am an old man, man.
You're not. You don't look a day over 25, but you're bald, so you're a bit fucked.
Get out of my kitchen, you bitch.
All right. Look.
Has he paid the rent? Has he paid the rent yet, Chris?
Yeah, go and get a job.
Go fuck yourself.
Good
Such a polite boy.
God, my man would beat the crap out of him. I spoke to him like that.
Wouldn't they just? He's a good boy. He's a very caring boy, very loving.
I'll take that then. I'll let him off. Speak to my drinking partner like that. Outrageous.
Disgusting.
Joe says, I can't stand coffee, but if you put it in a beer, I'll happily drink it. Funny that, isn't it? Funny that.
Yeah.
Thomas says, hello, drinks with Dean. Alex says, be careful, mate. Your liver will hate you and sign itself up to be transplanted into someone else if you down a couple of snake venoms. The more I think about it, the more I see it as a challenge, and the more I want to do it.
Yeah, it's a challenge, isn't it? It's a challenge beer.
It's a stupid challenge.
Yeah.
Aren't they the best challenges? Thomas says the top supermarket beer may be O'Hara's Stout. There you go. You don't get O'Hara's in the supermarkets. You get it on Trembling Madness, though.
You do.
O'Hara's.
I reviewed it.
There you go. What did you think?
Yeah, the O'Hara's Nitro Stout. I really enjoyed that. And I've also now got the O'Hara's Red Ale Nitro as well.
Nice. Well, we've got St. Patrick's coming up, haven't we? Next month. So, what was I drinking last year? Last year I was drinking Murphy's. I wasn't even drinking Guinness last year. I was on the Murphy's on St. Patrick's Day last year. Quite enjoyed it.
Murphy's is Heineken, isn't it, now?
As they own them, do they?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Tom says, I bought mine from Drunken Duckling Drinks Emporium. The longest name for a business, but good range of beers. Yeah, Luke, who was in earlier, he owns the Drunken Duckling Drinks Emporium. And check him out. Rum and Coke is good, man. Pepsi and rum is nice. I'm a cheapo, though. Yeah. If it works, man, who cares?
If it works, all is good.
Ordered cherry. Yes, mate, rum night. What rums you got? Yeah, I'm having a rum conversation. I'm well lost. Chris, lads, Cameroon lost. I lost 500 quid. Oh, no.
Oh, fuck.
Goodness me. Time to drink some lager, definitely.
I'd be very upset if I lost 500 quid.
I'd be gutted if I lost 500 quid. Gutted. Lads, it's been a pleasure. I hope you're good. Paul, keep up the work in the channel, mate. Chris, pleasure to meet you, mate. Talk soon, lads. Stay safe and have a good one.
Take care, Chris.
Thank you, Chris. Take care, mate. I'll speak to you soon. Tom saying, bets. No, no, Chris is Dave. 300 quid was shaved off my stock market portfolio today. Screw inflation, interest rate rises, and rising taxes. We're all paying for paying for the dreaded, aren't we?
Yeah.
Someone has to pay for it.
Jesus.
Oh,
70 quid.
Jesus. Look it up on Amazon. Is it on Amazon?
70 quid. That's outrageous. Couldn't pay 70 quid. I'm not reviewing it if it costs 70 quid.
No, definitely not. I can't afford it if it's.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
Tommy's saying, waiting to sell some of my stocks to fund my business. Want to build a bigger product range. I do phone cases, phone accessories, and gaming accessories. Good luck to you, Tom. I hope your business grows for you, mate. Want to sell some of my stocks. If you've got lots of stocks to sell, Tom, crack on. Something I've always been interested in doing is stocks, but I've never been bold enough to get involved in selling stocks.
Yeah, I got it on here. The cheapest price I can get it for on here is $49.95.
Wow.
50 quid for 330. Nah.
Ain't happening.
I don't want it that much.
No, ain't happening. Not for that money.
Snake venom is probably something to share between three people at 70%.
Yeah.
Alex says, your son's got a deeper voice than you.
Yeah, he probably has. But there's something I'd really like to say to that, but I won't. He may have a deeper voice than me, but no.
He's a proper man. You got to be a proper man to wear a green hoodie. You've got to be.
But my green hoodie has got my logo on it.
Exactly. It's advertising. I was actually going to say to you, make sure you were wearing your jumper today. Promote you.
Had to be done.
I've done it. Okay. Chris, can you come up to the camera? Let's see the logo.
I'm not going to come up. I'm just going to pick my camera up.
Put yourself out, Chris. Promote yourself. There you go. There it is. Chris's beer review.
The back of my hoodie is even bigger.
Oh,
Leah, my daughter's in the room. Leah, come here. Come on. Let's see if my daughter can hold the camera to cover the whole back of my hoodie.
Yeah. Only keep, Leah. Only keep. There you go. Oh, my days. No, you can't miss that, can you?
Can't miss that.
Do you wear that? Do you wear that out and about?
Actually, I do. I do. It's quite rare, but I do.
I love
do
that.
wear it out.
I love that. We're going to come and meet you for a pint at the Weatherspoons. We have to wear that, otherwise you'll just look like everyone else in Dunstable, I think.
Yeah. But I do, yeah. There's a great print shop not far from us, Paul. There's a great print shop that just do any design you like.
Oh, nice.
And I sent them the design. I said, can you just do that? And on the front, and they sent me that on the front, and then they sent me an image of on the back, and that was on the back. I didn't even ask them for it.
Oh, wicked. They do all the clothing as well. Did you get the hoodie off of them as well? Or?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. So yeah, I only asked them for that on the front, and they just put this massive design on the back. So I was like, yeah, all right, let's have it.
Do they do all the clothing as well? Have they got all the hoodies and that, or did you order them separately?
Yeah, they got hoodies, t-shirts, baseball caps. I've got a t-shirt as well. It's actually the same as the t-shirt, but hoodies, baseball caps, you name it, they do it.
Nice, man. Nice. How many of them hoodies have you got? You should flog a few.
Well, funny you say that. I've only got the one. I've got the one hoodie and the one t-shirt with the same logo on the front, the same on the back. But I literally have had a number of subscribers, and I've only got, like I say, 470 subscribers. The amount of them that have messaged me and said, can I buy some of those hoodies? Like, really? You want to buy my hoodies? But yeah, people want to buy them.
It's weird, isn't it? That's what happened with it. People are like, I want a full Beerreview t-shirt. So I went and ordered a load, and they're available at lordsbrewing.com. Just so you know. Just so you know.
Go and buy them.
Yeah, we sold a few, but I've still got a load left, I think. Did Paul just down a bottle of vodka? There was water. I promise you, it was water. Thanks after his mum. Swears more than Betty Swallocks. Everyone's talking about your son right now.
My son can swear. He does swear a lot. I mean,
but
to be fair, I can't tell him off for it because I swear a lot. And in my beer reviews, I don't swear much. On my lives, I don't swear much. But in normal everyday life, I do swear a lot. So I can't give him grief for it, can I?
Yeah,
when I swear a lot myself. So
that's parenting, though, isn't it? It's like do as I say, not as I do. And kids don't buy it anymore. You know? But this is what made me laugh. Is like Dave Wilson says he does look like you, Chris, but much taller and hairier.
He is much taller.
And then Jamie C wrote takes after his mum. And I was just perfect. Perfect.
His mum's bald as a coot in the right places.
Oh no! Oh, yeah. What's the wife's name?
Rachel.
Rachel. Sorry, Rachel. He's had a couple of beers. It was my fault. I apologise.
Oh, Rachel is so used to me. It's ridiculous.
That's brilliant. Colin's in. How you doing, Colin? Hello, mate. How are you? Oi, John's in. Hello, you drunk badgers.
Hello, John. How are you? I thought John was going to come on.
John, I've sent you a link, mate. I've sent you a link on Instagram. If you want to come on for a beer, mate, come say hello.
Rachel's just walked in the room, actually. Good job she didn't walk into the room 30 seconds ago, wouldn't it?
You'd be banging trouble.
Right there, love.
She's like, what?
We're not saying anything about you, love. Your son was talking about you, Rachel. Yeah, not me.
Yeah, he deserves a backhander. He does.
Yeah, he does. Go in there and give him a backhander, love. Yeah. She'll come and join us. Come and say hello, Rachel. No, she won't. No.
Get a beer, Rachel. Come join us.
Come on, Rachel. Get a beer. I'll do you a Prosecco. We haven't got any Prosecco, no.
Chris Dunhill.
How'd you go with Prosecco, Paul? Do you like Prosecco?
I like Prosecco. Yeah.
Yeah, we love Prosecco in this house, don't we, love? Come and say hello. Your son has? No, she's gone. She's gone again. We can talk about baldness now.
Not having it today. John said Chris's son is Amish.
He is.
Hi, Luke. 3 terrifying words for your son. Baldness is hereditary. Yeah, that's all we got to say.
It'll happen to him.
It happens to us all. It comes. It comes.
I had a head of hair like him when I was his age, but it goes.
I've been shaving mine off since I was about 17. I never realised it was happening. And now you're like, whoa, look at all that. That's shocking. I've got more head than I've got hair now. So that's beard and no tash for Amish. There you go. They don't grow a tash because they're pacifists. And a tash is associated with the military.
Fair enough. Well, we learn something new every day, don't we? I don't wonder why they didn't. There you go.
I didn't know that, James. I didn't know that either. Ben and Beer is on offer. Drink Supermarket for 32 quid, down from 50. Drink Supermarket. Would I still pay 32 quid for a bottle of that stuff?
Not sure.
39 quid. Is it true that the sons follow the grandsons on the maternal side for hereditary baldness? Who knows? Shut up, John. You can't talk about falling behind with comments. You just can't do it. You can't do it. Just listening to how Jeff Bezos is going to dismantle the bridge and rebuild it to get his 127-meter yacht through. If you got the money, do what you want.
So where is Abby tonight? Is Abby working?
Yeah, she's on till 10:30 tonight. So she'll be finished soon. Another half hour, and then she'll be done. So she'll be home about 11, 11:15, something like that. Tom, Dave says, hi, John. Hope you and the family are well. Pete's in. Hello, Pete. How you doing, mate?
Pete is a lifelong friend of mine. Me and Pete have been friends since we were kids, with going back to probably 4 or 5 years of age. So, yeah, good to see you, and Pete. Glad you're in, mate.
Wow. Welcome along, Pete. Pete, have you got a beer in your hand? Is he drinking?
Yeah, Pete loves a craft beer, so he must have a beer in his hand. Hope he has.
What are you drinking, Pete?
We've got some stories, me and Pete. I should get Pete in one of my lives one day. Talk about
stories. Yeah, you got to get him on.
I mean, like I say, we both grew up on a council estate in London. The things me and Pete used to get up to are epic, absolutely epic. And make a great live. I should get him on for a live. Absolutely.
Do it. Definitely do it. I thought I was catching up with a chat, but apparently I'm not. How you doing? Hi, Pete. Shark says, hello, Lords. Tom says, hey, Lords, you all right? Hi, Dave. We're good, mate. I hope you and yours are good. Tom says, hi, John. Are you doing a Christmas stout next Christmas at Lords? Oh, good question. Lord says, Sharky, guess what? Are we all okay?
I've got a Christmas stout for Lords.
Oh, there you go.
I've got a Christmas stout for Lords, and I don't know if no one can produce the stout that I want. So, John, if you are still on here and you're watching, the stout that I want that no one can do properly is a Black Forest Gatto stout. No one can do it. No one can produce the Black Forest Black Forest Gatto stout that I want. No one can do it. And I'm wondering, and John's got a brilliant head brewer. So I often wonder, and I feel like messaging John every now and then saying at Christmas time, brew a Black Forest Gatto stout, because no one can do it. And I've reviewed and drunk many Black Forest Gatto stouts, and no one can hit what I want. So maybe John can do it. I don't know. So there's a Christmas stout for you this year, John, if you're watching. Black Forest Gatto stout. Talk to me, John, and I'll tell you what I want. And
there's a lot of people that have tried, isn't there? The Black Forest Gatto stout. There's a lot of breweries that have tried.
They just don't get it. They don't hit the mark. They miss that cakey feel. And I found it more in a barley wine than I have a stout. And in a stout, in my mind, it should be achievable. A cakiness, a milkiness, vanilla and cherry, and not one brewery has hit it for me. So, John, there's your challenge, mate. This Christmas, Black Forest Gatto stout. Brew one.
There you go. There's your challenge. John's cocking me off for not getting on with the messages. Exaggeration, but some websites are charging. Shite. right. Snake venom for $39.99. So that's the cheapest we've seen it so far. 40.
Still too much.
Yeah. Dave likes the hoodie.
Glad you like it, Dave. Thank you very much.
I see Chris was going subtle there. Man after my own art. Yeah, John goes hypercolour. Illuminous logos on t-shirts, you know. $39.99 Drip Supermarket. Supermarket. Sharp just bought another man car instead. He has. Activated money. You only do slim and extra slim pull. Yeah, that's the only sizes it'll fit me because I'm super slim. We're nearly there. Tom says, brilliant stream. It's an odd looking car. Nice motor job. Has he put a picture up? Oh, yeah.
Hang on a minute. What did John say he just bought? Go back.
There you go.
Oh, very nice. I like a C4. When did you buy that, John? Citroen makes the most amazing, strange cars. Citroen C4 VTS. Very nice. Coupe as well. Very nice. Where's the pictures of it? I need to see pictures of it, John. Send me some pictures.
Yeah, release some pictures, John. Put them up in the chat. John, you've got the link.
Get in. Just get in the live, John. Just based on that chat, John. Get in the live and show us some pictures.
That's how the night.
I don't care
So
what you're.
night for people love.
Shut up, will you? You're not working tomorrow.
I'm talking about other people.
Oh, shut up.
Working tomorrow.
John doesn't mind. John, get in the chat. Show us some pictures of that.
It's kicking off. It's kicking off now.
Come on, John. I need to see pictures of this.
We need to see the motor. So it's this brilliant stream. Odd looking car. Nice motor. Buy to resell. Just Googled it. Looks interesting. Don't let him on. I need more beer. Freaking Luke, it's your birthday, mate. You should be hammered by now.
I'm not working tomorrow. We can drink more beer. We can look at pictures of cars. I'm all good.
There you go. There's notes on my book because I had a midlife crisis. There you go.
Well, come on, John. You need to get on here and show us some pictures.
Kirky Valley's in. Hello. How you doing? Mine's a Guinness. Someone get that man a Guinness. I've just got in. I'm whacked. He went to bed. He went to bed. That's why he's not coming on.
Yeah, but you may have gone to bed, John, but you're still in the chat. So just jump in on the chat from your bed.
Pathetic excuse.
Poor excuse.
Midlife crisis started calling the new car the lady. Let's call it the lady. Simply put, the lady. Happy New Year. Did I miss Christmas?
Happy New Year.
How are you running in the new car? That's a good point, isn't it? Pete says, no, mate, in bed, early start. Pete's not on the beer. He's got an early start as well. I'll let you off. Tom says that 2023 firework display was great. Oh, dear.
John just sent me some pictures of his T4.
I was going to say, I think I just got a picture and all.
It's a badass car. Citroen makes some ridiculously outrageous cars. What made you go for the C4, John? What made you go for the C4?
That is the question.
I mean, the Citroen make the most outrageously funky cars. They're not the most reliable, but they do make some great cars. Citroen XM. I don't know if John, if you're still watching, Citroen XM is one of my most favourite Citroens. I drove all around the south of France in the Citroen XM, which is the home of the XM, and it was an incredible car. Incredible. I'm just trying to find a picture of one of the most favourite Citroens I like. Now I'm struggling to spell it.
Where's the song that you need to go to bed?
My wife said to me I need to go to bed. The wife wants to go to bed. Happy days.
Happy days. Winning.
Days when the wife says you need to go out of bed. That's got to be a good
I
sign,
didn't
isn't it?
say that.
That's what you
I
said.
said it's a sign that you need to go to bed if you can't spell.
Citron. Tough word to spell. Can you spell citron?
I don't like fucking citrons. Fucking can't.
The wife, she's like the silent majority in the background, isn't she? Come and say hello. Show your
No.
face. No.
Chris, go to bed, Chris.
You want me to go to bed?
No, I want you to shut up so I can go to
Well,
bed.
fuck off out the kitchen then. You can go to bed whenever you want. You don't need to.
Rachel, it is the love hour, to be fair. Do
It is
you
the
want,
love.
do you want Chris to come to bed?
No, I fucking don't. I would love him to have his own bedroom.
She can't have separate beds.
It is that time. It's the love hour with Graham Torrington.
Remember Graham Torrington, love?
That goes back, doesn't it?
Back of Graham Torrington, Late Night Love on Chilton FM.
Yeah, we've had an email of Sandy, who's looking for her husband coming home from work.
Oh, you love Graham Torrington. You don't have to sit here listening. You can go to bed. Why are you sitting here listening?
I'm reading, shut up.
Oh, fuck off and read in bed. Don't have to sit here reading.
She's waiting for the next sexy story on Graham Torrington.
Shut up. I'm listening.
Oh, she's a good girl. Bless her.
Cody's halfway through a 12-pack of Guinness. Go on, son. Go on, son.
12 pack.
Well, see, why don't you just pull up a stool up and join? Go on, go to bed. I know you're sitting there in your underwear. She's sitting there in her underwear when she could just go to bed.
You know, she wants to be on camera. She's just shy.
Come on, come on. Show us yourself in your underwear. Come on. She's gone.
Oh, you bad one. I was just about to go before I seen that lad fight between Chris and the missus. You okay, Chris?
She loves it. She's the best.
Bless her. She's like, Chris, you've had enough. Go to bed. Love it. It's just
She's
looking out for you.
brilliant.
Just looking out for you. Thomas says, I think Chris is getting a red card. I think he might be, you know. He might be.
Maybe. Who knows?
John says, just drove it home. Does a solid 3 figures on the motorway. There you go.
Mm.
He's ragged it. He's giving it a ragging. Luke says, this John's new car. You look like that golf buggy. Curtis said, traded my Beamer for a new Alpha. Oh, dear. Are Alphas any better now than they used to be? They've always been.
They are better now.
Always used to be really like famously unreliable, weren't they, Alfa Romeos?
Oh, they were. They were massively unreliable. Massively. But on the Citroen front, like I say, I drove a Citroen XM around the south of France a couple of times. And it was an incredible car. And Citroen just make the quirkiest fucking cars. They may be unreliable, but they're quirky. And another amazing, quirky, big Citroen car was the Citroen CX C6. Most quirkiest car you like, with a rear window that was curved. And it was just so quirky, but such a joy to drive. I've driven that as well. Citroen just make ridiculously quirky cars, and you can't help but like them. They're incredible.
The only one I've ever looked at and thought was all right was the Saxo VTR. I used to like that. That was a proper boy racer motor, wasn't it? The Saxo VTR.
The VTR was, but the Citroen Saxo VTS was even better. They were just the CTR was a 1.6 8 valve. I think the Citroen Saxo VTS was a 16 valve, and it was a bonkers car. They were bonkers.
Good fun. No, I had a Renault. The only French car I've ever had. I used to have a Renault Megane, and that was an absolute piece of shit. So,
yeah, they were great. The Renault Meganes weren't great, admittedly, but Renault have made some quality fast cars. Yeah, the Megane.
The Laguna, the touring car Laguna. that they did. That was absolute beast, the Renault Laguna.
The Renault 5 GT Turbo, that was an incredible car.
Renault 5. Good styling on that thing.
That was an incredible motor, the Renault 5 GT Turbo. Absolutely incredible. And people slag off the French cars, but the Renault 5 205 GTI, incredible motor as well. They have made, I know the French cars are generally, a lot of them are pants, but the Renault 5 GTI was an incredible motor. The Peugeot 205 GTI, rather.
205, yeah. Crazy little thing, a little GTI. They were rapid.
Yeah, they were fantastic. The 1.6 GTI, the 1.9 GTI, both of them are incredible little motors. So they're reliability wise not so great, but they did produce some great cars.
Tom says thoughts on Porsche. I've always liked Porsche. I've always liked Porsches. I've always liked the styling.
Porsche are one of my favourites from a kid, from an absolute kid. I'm a big Porsche fan. The original 911 Turbo with a huge whale tail spoiler on the back. Oh, I love Porsches. The Porsche 959, epic car, still is an epic car. I'm a massive Porsche fan. Massive. Love them. Absolutely love them.
I nearly crashed a Boxster into a pub one night. True story.
Share the story.
True story. My mate, I don't know how, he borrowed his boss's Porsche for the weekend. His boss let him look after it for the weekend. And because he's an idiot, he took it down the pub to show everyone, yeah. I'd had a few sherbets. I'd been in there for a while. And he's like, yeah, come and look at the Porsche. So I was like, I'd never got in a Porsche before, sat in it. And the first thing I noticed is how close the pedals are to each other on a Porsche. I couldn't drive a Porsche. Well, not a Boxster anyway. Just the pedals are too close to each other. I'm too big for that car physically. Anyway, I got in it. He'd left it in gear. I didn't realise that. All right. So I started it up. I was like, I've got to have a listen to the engine. Started it up. He'd left it in first gear. And obviously, as soon as I took the handbrake off, it jilted forward, right? And I must have stopped about that far away from the pub wall, that close. Just slammed on the brake. I was like, who the fuck leaves a car in fucking first gear? I couldn't believe it. Hate it when people do that. I was that close to smashing up a Porsche Boxster. And that was the one and only experience I've ever had with them. But they're lovely to look at.
Oh, they're amazing. A friend of mine, and we're going back a few years, he had a Porsche 928 GTS, big 5-odd litre engine, and that was a beast. They're just incredible cars. Yeah, if I won the lottery tomorrow, there's lots of cars you could go and buy, but I'd have to have a Porsche in my garage. I'd have to. Absolutely have to.
If I won the lottery tomorrow, I'd go buy a Mustang.
I love a Mustang as well. Mustangs are glorious. Glorious cars. I'd have so many. I'd have so many cars if I won massive. On the Euro lotteries, if I won massive, my fleet of cars would be obscene.
Yeah. I'd have a ridiculous Ford truck. I'd have the most ridiculous Ford truck you can think of, because that would be my everyday motor.
Yeah.
And then I'd have a Lamborghini because they're beautiful.
Yeah.
What else? I'd have the Mustang. What else do I really like? I don't know really. That'd be it. Me Mustang, me Lambo, and me massive Ford truck. I'd be quite happy with that.
Which Lambo would you have? I'd love an Aventador.
The Aventador was nice. I fell in love with them when they brought out the Gallardo.
Yeah.
In the bright yellow one, but I wouldn't have it in yellow. I'd have it in green.
Yeah. Green's
Kermit,
great.
Kermit green. Kermit green.
Yeah.
Lambo Gallardo. It's a thing of beauty. Thing of beauty. Yeah. Absolute beast.
Right, I've got to go for a pee.
Let's go for a pedal. Tom says, thoughts on buying a Golf? Great investment. Great investment. I drive a Golf now, and it's a joy. It's an absolute joy. Not got a bad word to say about the VW Golf. They're an absolute monster. Who else is in? Let me catch up with the chat. How far am I behind? Saying hello. I don't think she can.
Bacon's. I've read all this. Like Christmas and next American beer. Oh God, bacon and maple syrup stout. Ooh, that'd be awesome. I read that. Celebrate my new alpha. Don't forget about lager. Coming, Chris. It's coming. We want it. Bacon, maple syrup stout. That could be done, you know. That could be done. Or in a lager. A bacon, maple syrup lager. I was about to go to bed. Traded my beer for an alpha. I've read all this, haven't I? Dynamite. Don't like French cars. I'm not keen on the French. As a weapon, full diapers, let YouTube decide. 10:15, don't go to bed, says Chris. Don't go to bed. Second-hand French car the other day, everything went wrong. We spent a ton of money on repairs and gave up. Yeah. Mrs. had a C4 as the first car, loved it. Always wanted the VTS 2 litre, 180 brake. They're rubbish, but brilliant. Yeah. There you go. Only 12,444 tins stolen in the park. You're a proper drinker, my friend. Proper drinker. Jack's in. Did I read this? He said, if John would have got a Citroen 2 CV, you lot would still have said it was a great bolt. I'll get in Gary Boy motor. I had one when I was 25. Not in your 40s, John. Jack's going in for the kill. Jack's going in for the kill. John says, hello, Jack. Banter with the missus. Oh, yeah. Hi, everyone. How you doing, Jack? Hope you're well, mate. Thank you for the £5 super chat. Do appreciate that, dude. Nice this evening, John boy. Piss off, Jack. As you get older, you realise you shouldn't down your booze before the storm passes. Learn to enjoy the storm and sip piss. No? Alex has had a few. That rum's kicking in. The rum's kicking in. 280 horses. 280 horses. Boss says, what about the larder? What about the larder? John loves an alpha. I knew he'd say that. Me, I look at an alpha and I just see a car waiting to break down, personally.
Oh, but you can't not love an alpha.
Yeah.
You can't. Alpha, whether they break down or not, they're the best. Some of the best looking cars in the world are alphas. They may break down, but that's all part of the fun, isn't it, with an alpha?
Are they really that good looking though? I've never really looked at an alpha and thought, ooh.
Oh, come on. You've not looked at an alpha properly, Paul. Come on.
Obviously.
They're stunning looking cars.
I'm missing something.
You are. You are. They're just a great looking car. I've looked at so many alphas. And if I was in a position where I thought I could run an alpha and pay for the repairs on a regular basis, I'd have one. Because they're just stunning looking cars.
What's your favourite alpha?
Oh my God. There's not many alphas that aren't my favourite. I love them all. They're all fantastic. What was the latest one they released? Oh, I can't remember the name of it. But there's one that's out now that's quite modern. That is just stunning. I just can't remember the name of it. But there isn't an alpha that I've looked at and thought, I don't like the look at that. They're all just stunning. Every single one of them. Absolutely every single alpha I look at, I love. I've got to have an alpha in my life at some point. Got to. Even the 159, which was like a family saloon, if you like, was a great looking car. All of them. They're just different.
Yeah, certainly that. Certainly that. I'll give him that. John goes, nice. Kirky says, my dad had a larder back in 81. There you go. You know what the old Bill used to fly about in, didn't they, larders?
The old Bill flew about in larders?
Yeah. Didn't they have larders back in the day?
No, never.
No?
No.
What the police? Was it a Fiat Panda? Was it the police used to fly about in?
Well, maybe. Even the Fiat Panda weren't a bad looking car back in its proper heyday. No, I've never known of a police force to fly around in a fucking larder. Or a fucking alpha. No.
I'm probably thinking Panda, aren't I? A Fiat Panda. I know the old Bill used to drive around in Fiat Pandas.
What police force were you in?
The Bill. The one that was on telly. That one.
No, didn't happen.
I used to love that show, The Bill.
Oh, the Bill was great, wasn't it? It was
great. Making The Bill. It was brilliant.
But if you own a proper original Larder now, they're worth proper money. Same as the proper original Skodas, they're worth proper money. Ridiculous.
Oh, God, yeah, the old Skodas. Man, everyone used to take the mick out of them. Now everyone's like, yeah, they're actually good cars. Can't say anything anymore. They're actually good.
So,
Guys, if you're claiming Citroens are good cars, you may as well hand in your man cards. I'm not saying Citroens are good cars. You'll never say Citroen's a good car, ever.
I've never said Citroens are good cars. I'm saying they make quirky cars.
Quirky cars.
They make good cars. The Citroen 2CV was an epic car. And that was a good car. But yeah, generally, I'm not claiming Citroens are good cars. The Citroen XM that I drove all around the south of France was a beautiful car. Super smooth, super powerful, great to drive. Would I say it was a good car? No. I've never said Citroens are good cars.
The vans are quite good. The Berlingo's a good van. They're meant to be quite reliable. Citroen Berlingo.
Take your word for that. Fucking awesome car. Lingos.
Oh, look at that. Peugeot 205 GTI 1.9.
Great car. Great car.
That's a car.
Great car. They're worth strong money as well.
Oh, could you imagine what one of them was worth for now?
Oh, they're worth proper money. Proper money.
Definitely. Great car. Beamer 320 Sport. 200 Bald Eagles. Master, did anyone remember the Avenger?
Yes. Yeah, the Avengers was a great looking car.
Lost on that one. Oi, Travis is in.
Even Travis.
Evening, lads, from a bright and sunny Friday morning in Melbourne. Good morning, Travis. I've just drunk the Bent Spoke Sprocket, the 7%er. Very nice too.
Have you been to Australia, Paul?
Have I been to Australia?
Yeah.
No, never been.
I haven't. I've never been to Australia, and yet my wife's not in the room anymore, so she can't vouch for this. But I've never been to Australia, but I believe that's where I belong.
Really?
I don't know what it is. I've never been there. I don't know what it is, but I've always had this feeling I belong there. And I've said to my wife so many times, we should emigrate to Australia. She won't have it. She won't have it one bit. But I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Don't know if it's previous life or whatever.
Mm.
I've always felt I belong in Australia.
I've always felt that about Canada with me.
Yeah, strange, isn't it?
I don't know why. Again, there's no explanation for it.
No.
I did have an auntie who lived in Canada, but I've never been there. I don't know what it's like, but for some reason, I've always felt this weird kind of affinity with Canada.
Yeah.
I've always
Strange,
felt like I should be there. Weird. It is weird. Anyone else got that in the chat? Anyone feel like they should be living somewhere else?
It's the biggest pull I've ever felt in my life is going to Australia. I can't explain it because none of my family have ever lived in Australia, but I've had it for years, for absolute years, that I feel that's where I belong. It's very strange.
That is weird. They have no connection as well.
No.
That's just obscure, isn't it?
Yeah.
GC5 Turbo constantly doing head gaskets. Oh, God. What's the point in having a car if a head gasket's going to keep going?
I don't care. If I had a GT5 Turbo, I wouldn't care. I'd keep paying.
What's down to that, though? What's down to a bad head gasket? Is that just the thinness of the bolts that does that?
It'd be down to the thinness of the gasket is what's doing it.
Yeah.
But surely you can buy upgraded gaskets for it.
Say that would be the first thing. If you're buying a car that's notorious for bad gaskets, and you just do that straight away. I mean, I don't know how much of a job. I mean, John will know how much of a job would it be just to get in and get a thicker gasket in, and then you can rag the shit out of it. You know,
it's not the biggest job in the world, head gaskets, but it's quite often quite a costly thing to do. But yeah,
they don't like doing them, though, do they? Because they got to take all things out, and it's labour, isn't it? They don't like doing them.
No, they've got to re-skim the heads and all sorts. But yeah, I'd have a GT5. They're incredible.
Tom says, 28 soon, still don't have a car sorted. Got to get on that, mate. Got to get a motor.
Got to.
I've had 3 206 GTIs, 180, awesome car. The 206 GTI was actually a nice looking car as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
To be honest, I'm just a car from any car. Name a manufacturer and I'll tell you a couple of motors they've made I'd love to own.
Yeah, that's the thing with most car manufacturers. Most car manufacturers have always produced a car that most people would like to own.
See, I like the Skodas. I like the big Skodas that are out now. The what are they called? They're big SUVs.
Yeah, they're good.
I've forgotten
What
them.
they're called.
I've
My
forgotten
friend's
them.
got one. The Skoda, you know, back in my youth, Skodas were the absolute laughing stock of cars to own.
Yeah.
But now they produce amazing cars. A friend of mine's got a Skoda Superb. I think the Superb is a ridiculous name. It sounds stupid, but what an awesome car. It's an absolutely awesome car.
Yeah.
Skoda are producing incredible cars now. They've completely, in my mind, they've lost that tag of being the most horrendous cars. But those horrendous cars of the 80s are now worth fortunes. So
Exactly. They're worth a few, Bob. Oh, hello. Jack put another super chat in. It says, don't feel right if I don't drop a dirty tenner in your lives, mate. Bless you, Jack. Bless you. Bless you. Julia, is that the Alfa Romeo?
The latest one out, the Giulia. That is an incredible car.
Giulia.
Incredible car. It's the most sexiest looking car on the road, the Giulia.
Unfortunately, the name, though, isn't it? Giulia.
It's not the greatest of names, but it's a bloody incredible, sexy looking car. Really is. Stunning.
Jack Feather. Defo works 2 jobs. He's got money to burn, as Jack. Luke says, Jack, you silly slay. Giulia Quadrifoglia.
Oh, immense. It's immense. Google that shit, Paul. It's an amazing Alpha.
Giulia Quadrifoglia.
It's a stunning car. Comes in like a 4-door saloon, family-like looking motor. It is stunning. Alpha just produced the best looking cars. When you look at most modern cars now, they all just look the same, but Alpha just managed to not look the same. And they're stunning. Ridiculously stunning. I'd have that, the Giulia Quadrifoglia.
To be fair, that's a nice car as well.
It is. Great looking car. And their reliability is not as bad as it used to be.
I don't know, you probably won't be able to see that picture, but
Yeah, look at it. Look at that. How can you not want one of those?
does look pretty
Look
comfy.
at it. Oh, it's awesome.
We're looking at
It's gone.
no.
Stunning.
Pretty tidy, to be fair.
And most modern cars all look the same, except for Alpha. Alpha just managed.
Yeah. They just
Here he comes. Look, the hair's back in the picture. Look at him. Look. Look.
You fuck.
I think you grab me by the hairs. Come here, you bastard.
He loves it.
Fuck off.
He loves the abuse.
Does he like that? Does he like being grabbed by the hair?
Yeah, he loves it.
You love it.
Dirty boy.
Your girlfriend loves grabbing you by the hair, doesn't she?
No comment.
Dirty little boy he is.
Dirty get.
Yeah.
Dear. That's a nice car, man. To be fair, it's a nice looking car.
Oh, it's a great car.
Chris says, drop his super chats left, right, and centre. It's
Yes.
very nice. I do appreciate it. Alphas are the Italian equivalent of a Rover. Oh, my first car was a Rover.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had a
One-
Rover 200, 1.4, and head gasket went on it. So there you go. They were talking about gaskets.
Oh, Rovers are renowned for head gasket problems. Absolutely renowned for it.
Yeah, same thing. Just in. Do you watch Drive Tribe?
Yeah, I like Drive Tribe.
Did you see him? He restored his Rover 200, didn't he? That he found outside the barracks.
Yeah.
And the first thing they did was swap out the gasket and put a new one.
You've got to.
Had to be done. Right, I'm going for another Jimmy Riddle. I'll be right back.
Oh my God, I've got to find where we are on the chat, haven't we? How many people are still in? We've been going 3 hours, which is quite amazing. Considering it's a Thursday night, I'm going to shamelessly plug my channel. So yeah, I'm Chris's Beer Reviews. Pop over to my channel. Give it a sub. Tom Hughes, where is your... I have got no idea. I'm shit. Even on my own lives, I'm shit at finding where we are on chats. But cars are certainly one of my passions. I love cars. Always have. Certainly Fords from a kid. I'm 40, coming up for 47. Some of the Fords from when I was a kid, things like the XR2s, XR3s. Then we moved into the XR3Is. Were always just amazing cars in my mind. Cars are a huge thing in my life. Although I drive quite a boring car now. I drive a Toyota RAV4. Quite boring, but super reliable. But I've had some fast cars in my time. The car that I sold, that I regretted, and still regret it now. My son's 17, and I sold it when he was born. It was the Toyota Supra, 3-litre, pop-up headlights. Don't know what that means. Pop-up headlights? Yeah, and I sold that when my son was born. I loved my Toyota Supra. Absolutely amazing car. But yeah, I love Fords. I love classic Fords. Any Fords, really. I absolutely love. I've owned many a Ford. Ford Mondeo ST2. What was the one? ST220. That was an amazing car. Love classic cars, especially classic Fords. I'm trying to catch up with, or go back to where Tom Hughes' comment was. I don't know where it is. I've got no idea. I've got no idea how many people are still in the chat because I can't see. I've no idea. So I'm not even going to bother trying to cut. I'll let Paul do where we are up to on the chats because I can't find them. But yeah, classic cars, classic Fords are my love. I'd love a Ford RS Turbo. An RS 2000 is what I'd really love. Absolutely love.
I love Fords. Always like Fords.
They're just my youth. You know, the Fords were always my youth. And before I was driving, my friends would have Mark 1s and Mark 2, the Ford Escorts. So yeah, they've always been my love. Proper classic Fords. The Ford RS 2000 is one of my favourites. XR2, I've always been a big fan of Mark 2 Escorts over the Mark 1. Just cracking looking cars. Love them.
Oh, that's another good car. Nissan Skyline. Or the Nissan GTs. Even the new ones, the GTs, I think they're a lovely looking car.
Yeah. As I was saying, while you went off for a toilet break, I had a Toyota Supra. It was on an F-Ridge. And on an F-Ridge for a Toyota Supra, it was a 3-litre injection. It wasn't the turbo version, but it was immense. And for the technology on an F-Ridge car, it had air conditioning. Well, didn't it just have air conditioning? It had climate control. Everything was electric in it. For an F-Ridge, it was absolutely immense. I loved it. And I own that. My son's 17, and I sold it when he was born. And as much as I love my son, here's the reason I sold my Supra. I sold my Supra because it just wasn't a family car. And to this day, I look at him and I think, I sold my Supra because of you.
Yeah.
And it was immense, an immense.
You have to remind him of that.
I do.
Got it done. I got rid of my Toyota Supra for you. Cheeky get. They watch Clarkson drive the Gulia.
Yeah.
John, join the stream, lad.
He's in bed.
John's in bed, apparently. Got a burp. There it is. Mars in Blue, lower powered on Volosh. Because it's not Thomas. I'm half asleep, Chris. You slag. Of Cardano and Doge. What? Doggy? Hey, Lord, I beat the cops on the back roads with an XR2. Low. Chris says I blasted a few gaskets in my time. I've done 2. I've done 2 gasket, and another vehicle I dropped a piston. So that was that balls.
I had a beautiful Saab 900 turbo, and I blew the gasket on that, and I was gutted. My Saab 900 turbo was a beautiful motor, and when I blew the gasket on that, I was gutted, absolutely gutted.
Saabs made some beautiful looking cars, didn't they?
Oh, they did.
They really did.
It was a great car.
Mad to think they're no longer with us, isn't it? That.
Yeah, it is. It really is. And it's such a shame because they made some incredible cars, Saab. But once they fell under the Vauxhall General Motors band, they were done. They were done.
Yeah, definitely. Luke says 12-hour drinking shift done. Good night, y'all. 8 o'clock, way too many. You know, say he's had a birthday. He hasn't stopped drinking. Good dad, Luke. Nice one for joining us, mate.
Cheers, Luke.
Got to run. See everyone sometime this weekend. Top man. Chris says 1 million baskets and counting. The Alpha Guli reminds me of the Maserati Quattroporte.
Yeah. That's a good car.
So just keep talking about cars.
I've talked about cars forever.
Chris says, plug your channel, Chris. Take advantage. I've been plugging Slager all night. He hasn't even made it yet. He's been plugging his beer. He ain't, mate. Outrageous.
Yeah, so I plug my channel. Subscribe to me. Go and have a look at my channel. Go and have a look.
Chris's Beer Reviews. Subscribe to Chris's Beer Reviews. Do it. What are you on? You must have made a few subs tonight, surely.
I think I have. Let's have a look. Let's have a good old goosey.
Goosey Ganders.
Let's have a goosey gander, son. Goosey gander. Yeah, I have. I'm up to 478, so I have.
Happy days. Because I'm thinking, I've just polished off my beer, so I'm thinking I might think about wrapping this up.
Yeah, it's all good, mate. I'm good with that.
I'll be home from work any minute, and I do need some food. I need some proper food in me. I've not had none. So I need some food. So we'll wrap up some of these comments. That. Oh, it's got 500. Oh dear. Boring and reliable. Exact opposite to how I like my women. John says that a Ford Escort Mark II. Is it? Combi van. 240 years on it. And 1.6 diesel on the logbook. Oh, cheeky. Mark 4. Jackie says I had to wait until 53 to be able to afford the bastards, but it's worth it. Oh. A Cadbury. Hello, A Cadbury. Biggest road trip.
My biggest road trip is probably driving from England right the way down to the south of France. It's probably my biggest road trip. And the roads in the south, well, the roads all the way down from France to the south are fantastic. That's my biggest road trip.
I've never really driven that far in one go. The furthest I've ever really driven is Cornwall, if I'm honest.
Oh, do a drive across Europe, or at least down to the south of France. Their roads are immense.
Yeah.
Most enjoyable.
They do look it compared to ours, anyway.
Oh, yeah, our roads are shit. 23?
33.
23? Can't argue with that.
Chris says, Ford's a poo, not a fan. Love of Susan Boyle, ultimate hit season. Obsessed with Susan Boyle. My neighbour has just bought a dark green 71 Triumph Stag with the free.
Oh, mate. My mum's ex-husband, one of her ex-boyfriends had a Triumph Stag. And, oh, what a car. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. Love Triumph Stags.
That's all you got to say. 71 Triumph Stag of 3 litre V8.
Oh, incredible cars. Loved them. Love them. Still love them.
It's a thing of beauty. XR2 is still my favourite from my youth. It's all tuned up with Jan Speed exhaust. Even the cops couldn't catch me.
Yeah, I love an XR2. They're great.
John says he built a Series 2 RS Turbo van with all the 90 spec kit. It looked factory. It was built from a Royal Mail van as an insurance write-off that had been rear-ended. I found a bit of what?
Oh, yeah.
A bit of person in the car.
I hope you didn't.
Hey, I am. Once I broke that steel, that's it. Pissing like a racehorse, mate.
Seal's
Go.
gone. You're done, isn't you? You're done.
Game over.
Seal's
Game
gone.
over. I need food to soak up what's in me now. Can we still talking about cars, please? I'm having to sell my M5, not to pay for super chats, by the way. Twins on the way. A one child already, so it's got to go, really.
Oh, it's gutting when you've got to sell a car for a child. I've been there. I've had to do it.
and the super chats. And the super chats.
And the super chats.
McLaren F1, best car on the planet. It's still a thing of beauty. The McLaren
It is
F1.
a thing of beauty. Would I say it's the best car on the planet? I'm not sure, but it's certainly a thing of beauty.
Yeah. My favourite car ever is the 67 Mustang Shelby GT 500 or Eleanor from College Seconds. That for me is the beautiful car ever made.
It can't beat the Eleanor.
Oh, what a car. I mean, what a car. Just they don't make cars like that anymore. Literally. It's just beautiful. Just a thing of beauty. Beautiful but manly at the same time.
Oh, it's everything, isn't it? It's got everything going about it. Everything going about it.
It's just six on wheels, that car.
Yeah.
6 on wheels. Incredible thing. What are my thoughts on electric cars? I'm all up for the idea, but where's the infrastructure?
I agree. I couldn't agree more. I've got no issues with electric cars, but we haven't got the infrastructure for it. And we're not going to have the infrastructure for it by the time the government say we should. No. Until we've got the infrastructure, I can't see a future for it. I really can't.
It all just seems like a little bit of a pipe dream at the moment.
Yeah.
Like, we know it's a good idea, but but how are you going to fund it?
Yeah.
They're talking about making diesel engines obsolete and all that, and I'm like, okay, but what are you going to replace them with? And at the moment, it just seems a bit silly. But there you go. Best car. I've just said my best car. I mean, I've never driven it. The best car I've ever driven is my Golf. I love that Golf. Love it.
What Golf did you have?
I got a Mark V GTD, so it's a 2-litre turbo, but I love it. I love that car.
Yeah, I had a Mark III Golf GTI. That was quite nice. But best car, if I could pick any car from any age, any era, I'd go for a Porsche 959. Any day of the week. Which are mega money. They're mega money nowadays. I mean, when the 959 came out, it was the fastest car in the world, hitting 198 mile an hour. And then Ferrari brought out the F40, which hit 201 mile an hour. But for me, the Porsche 959, stunning car. Stunning.
Proper. They do make beautiful cars, Porsche. They really do. They really do. Chris says electric cars are the future. Yeah, the distant future.
Well, they are. But yeah, distant, I agree.
Yeah. They're trying to tell us that it's now. It's just not. We're not
It's
ready.
not now. It's not now at all.
No. Ford Capri Laser 2.8. Oh, now we're talking Ford Capri.
The Ford Capri 3-litre Brooklands was better.
I still love the Capri. What a beautiful looking car that was. Again, it had the little Mustang bit about it. It had a Mustang twinge about it, the Capris.
Yeah.
They look naughty. Had the MG TF upgraded the gasket straight away before it went. Good thinking, Mark. Good
Yeah,
thinking.
the MGTF was a good motor.
E39 M5 was my favourite. Whip says my 92 F250 with a 7.5. Goodness me, 460 V8 is my favourite ripper. Does more firewood than school drop-offs. But she's real purdy. I love that. Sorry, I was reading it. I didn't have it on the screen. Goodness me. Those are some specs right there. Either the M5 or the XFR had to go, and XFR was my late old man's car, so I can't part with it. So I'm going to get an F-Pace. Oh, I like those.
Yeah, those are nice.
I do like those. Just Jags. I like Jags in general.
Oh, I love Jags. Big Jag fan.
Yeah. So start a new channel called Piss Car Talk for Men.
I could do that. I could happily do that.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea, actually.
Cars all day.
Just drunken blokes talking about cars.
Yeah.
Whip, that's perfection. It says, Chris, my Kia Soul EV does more mileage than anything I own.
Well, good for you.
Years. Then you get like a 7-year guarantee when you buy a Kia.
I think you do, don't you?
Brand new.
That's fine. If that's what you like.
Enjoy your night, lads. Adios. Chris is off. I thought he left about 2 hours ago, but he's still
I
here.
thought you did as well. Cheers, Chris.
I bet he's still here. I bet he's still in the chat. He's still in the chat. I've gone right to the bottom. He's still in the chat. He'll never leave. He'll never leave. I've got over 150 vintage 1970s Matchbox cars to list on a second eBay store. That's the extent to my car knowledge. But they're worth a few bob, though.
Bet they are.
You sell all them. You sell all those, you could probably buy a real car.
Yeah, probably could.
Biggest road trip, Huddersfield to Vienna. Oh, that's a drive, isn't it?
That's a good road trip.
Goodness me. Whip says, Lawsbury & Co. It really is. I just wish I was a better mechanic. Kirky said, drive across Canada. Absolutely fuck all to see. Just beautiful country, I'd imagine.
I'm sure it is.
Chris says, biggest road trip, Tom X's house, the slag.
I thought Chris had left the chat. He's still here.
I don't know the story. But it just sounds hilarious. Lord says, Whip 8 YouTube is your friend. And, worst customer you've had when gardening? I've had a few. I mean, I've had them where you've been working in their house, working on the garden all day in like banging hot sunshine. You know, we get like, we get them odd days that get to like 30 degrees plus. I had a day where I'd been on their garden all day and it went to 30 degrees plus. Not once did they come out and offer me a drink. And then at the end of the day, they came out and asked if I could do a load of extra work for nothing. And I was just like, well, no, because we've already agreed a price. And I said, you've got to prioritise. They came out with like an hour left of the day. And they were like, could you do that? Could you do that? And I'm like, no, that's absolutely not. I said, you make a decision. You prioritise what it is you want done in the garden before I go. And they were trying to get load of money, load of work out of me for nothing on a boiling hot day. I just felt like killing them at that point, So you get a few of them. They try and get as much out of you as they can. But generally, I haven't had too many bad ones. Another 5 hours. Goodness me. You guys are still live. My goodness. We were going for 3.5 hours. Goodness me. How have we done that?
How have we done that?
I need to do 6 hour slots. Definitely got to cut it off. It won't stop snowing, bro. So we had no snow. We've had no weather this year.
No, we haven't.
It's been cold here and there, but other than that, well, here we go. Jerry 115 says, I owned a 97 Mustang GT for over 10 years.
Oh, nice.
Only one previous owner, imported from Chicago, was an absolute minter. Sold the old girl 3 years ago and I've regretted the move every day since. Oh, man.
I bet.
I'd love a Mustang. I would love to drive a Mustang so much.
It's awful when you've got to sell a car when you don't want to. I've been there. It hurts.
Whip says, here in Canada, the charging stations are almost everywhere. Power lines are already everywhere. Charging stations are peanuts compared to a gas station. We're here, we got nothing.
No, we've got fuck all.
No, there's one every now and then.
Yeah.
But if I had an electric car, I'd be freaking out. I'd be panicking all the time. Like, what do I do if I run out?
I know a guy that bought an electric car recently, and he bought it. He was delighted. He was like, I bought this electric car. It's fucking fantastic. Spoke to him about a month later, and he'd sold it. And he said, I've sold it. He said, because all I do is worry about where I can charge it. He said, every time I go out, or I know I'm going on a journey, I've got to plan where I can charge it. He said, well, obviously with petrol or diesel, you can get that anywhere. He said, so he got rid of it. He said, because everywhere he went, he got stressed about where he was going to charge it because there just weren't enough charging places. So it became more of an anxiety to work out if he was going on a long journey where he was going to get it charged. So he got rid of it. We're just not queued up for it in the UK.
No, that's it. We've got petrol stations all over the place or gas stations. And once in a blue moon, you might see an electric one. You
Yeah.
might see an electric pump at one of them, but they just don't exist. They're not here. We just don't have the infrastructure for it. We're so behind. And they're trying to tell us to buy these electric cars. And it's like, well, why would you do it? You'd be stupid to buy one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stream going. There's always those ones you wish never got away. Mark's off. Good night, Mark. Good night, mate.
Night, Mark.
I'm going to say I'm going, but I'm still here. Pick up the slack. So it's nice to see someone spell their name Chris correctly.
Oi.
I had an MGZT, kept it till it fell to bits. Loved that old Rover, make it over. Oh yeah, the old MGZTs. They were nice looking motors, weren't they?
They were.
In the 200 shape. They were quite. Oh no, they had the bigger ones, didn't they? They had the small balloon looking ones, didn't they?
Yeah, even the Rover 75. They did the Rover 75 in an MG version, didn't they? They were immense as well.
That's it. If you want to click on a dodgy Russian link, there you go. There's your mum. Bloody Russians.
He's still here.
What are they up to? What are they up to, the Russians right now? What are they up to?
Who knows?
Playing games, didn't they? Playing games. They flew a few aircraft into British aerospace, didn't they, the other day?
Yep.
They had to scramble a few jets to tell them to do one. Cheeky. After exactly 7 years, 1 month, it fell apart. It was all 68p. Second date on Saturday. Lol. Poor mate, next stream, I'll tell you about my ex. Oh dear. Hashtag slag. Love it. So it's went to Benjamin on the first date. That's your proper first date, mate. They're the best first dates. When you get straight in the pants. Jack, the only way to spell the name Chris is Chris. No.
No. The only way to spell Chris is with a CH.
I was going to say that's the woman's name way of spelling it, isn't it? With a K. Chris Jenner. Chris, you sound bitter over the ex. I'm not sure Chris is over it. I'm not sure Chris is over the ex. What did she do wrong? Couldn't agree more. Chris Christopherson. To be fair. Oh, mate, I've done gardening for a week. My mate was off and I asked if I could do it. I'm a bricklayer. So he said, yeah, go on. Didn't have a clue what to do. Chris Lager. Thomas is a psycho. I'll tell you on the next stream. So we've got that to look forward to. On my next stream, Chris is going to tell everyone about his nutty.
Can't wait.
Me. Chris, the proper way to spell my name is Chris Beerreviews. There you go.
Absolutely. It's the only way to spell it.
Chris, Jack, how many jobs have you got? I must be wrapping up soon. There we go. We're nearly there. I ain't getting hooked on the current last. Things always mess up sometimes. My fault sometimes there. So there's a balance. So if you see a fit bird, go for that one. You only live once. Dear. See someone fitter, go for it. Oh Christ. Not if you've got a healthy marriage. Don't do that. Don't always just follow your eyes. Use your head sometimes. It's always good. Lol. Tom, move on, mate, for a model. Russia could do what they want, lads. They think they can. Fingers in a few pies, ran a building landscaping firm and a small security firm, plus other bits and bobs. So he's put a shift in. Boris telling Putin to relax. That'll work. Right, I've caught up. Oh, bloody hell. I said I've caught up with the messages and about fucking 6 more come flying in. I've caught up with the messages. I'm going to wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
I want to thank everyone for coming and watching. It's been a lot of fun tonight. And I'm going to thank Chris for joining me this evening and coming on and having a couple of beers with me. It's been a good laugh.
I've enjoyed it.
It's been a giggle. So, yeah, thanks again, everyone, for watching. Don't forget to watch Tom's. Tom's doing a 12-hour stream on Saturday. That should be carnage, really. I don't know if Tom's drinking all day, but I imagine by the end of it, it'll be a right 2 and 8. So,
are you on it on Saturday, Paul? Are you on Tom's live?
I'll be on in the afternoon at some point because I might be going to the football in the evening.
Brilliant.
I'm on a promise for a ticket, so I might be going to the football in the evening, but I will be on in the afternoon, I think.
Yeah, I think I'm doing 6:30 till about 8 p.m. on his channel. So yeah.
Perfect. That'd be a good shift actually. So you'll get a few people in then for that time. That'd be ideal. that'd be ideal. So yeah, thanks again, guys. I'll wrap it up.
Thank you, Paul.
Cheers, Chris. Thanks for coming on, mate. I'll stay in chat and we'll wrap it up. But yeah, until the next one, guys. You take care.
Cool. Thank you.